morning, friends. I said I was gonna be late today, but joke's on you. I couldn't do the thing that I wanted to do today. So hey, you get an on-time stream, woo! But I really do need to run that errand at some point. I just couldn't do it today. Oops. But anyway, hi everybody. I'm ready for more Persona 4 Arena. You guys ready for me to play best game? Guys, ready to watch some God gameplay? Yeah, that's right. You are. You are. you're totally ready for it, right? Yeah. Also, yeah, I didn't realize that this was a poor choice in song. I didn't really think about it. I just kind of like threw on a random song. I'm sorry. I was like, I haven't heard this song in like a day, so I probably shouldn't. Okay, I listened to the Persona 5 soundtrack on the daily. Okay, it's been a day, so I have to listen to this song. I'm sorry. I'm a sad human being, I know. Anyway, hi everybody. I hope that you guys are all doing well. I've been going on a streaming rampage lately. I really need to take a break. Maybe Thursday I won't stream. Oh wait, no. Thursday I think I'm doing a double stream. Either a double stream or That's stupid because I changed my sub-alert audio. I told you guys I would do it, and I did it, and then it scared me. Oh no! Oh, thank you, Seaman, Seaman, for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate it. Oh god, I'm dying. I actually did change it. Oh no. I think the audio is a little bit too loud for my alert. I didn't test it before. Hold on, I need to like lower the volume on it. Yo, Baymax, what the fuck, dude? Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Maybe this was a mistake. Maybe this was a mistake. Oh god, gifted sub bombs are just gonna be like a bunch of dummy done. Maybe we didn't do good here. Hold on, let me go to my Streamlabs and tone down the volume a little bit. For this sub alert, I didn't realize the dummy done was so loud. Oh god, oh my god, no! Don't sleep through. I'm sorry, I think this was a mistake. Oh my god. This is hilarious. Oh, is the audio better on them? I think the audio is better on them now. Oh my god. Maybe the dummy dane won't stay. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I'm supposed to be thanking the gifted subs, not laughing at them. Woo woo, thank you for gifting 5 subs. Baymax, thank you for gifting another sub, and woo woo for the other sub. Thank you. Oh my god. Bruh. Well, let me do my own test. This is a test sub alert because I want to make sure the audio is okay. Okay, I think it's a little bit too loud still. I gotta tone it down again. Try it one more time. That's a little bit better. That's slightly better, slightly better. I didn't realize how loud it was. Oh my god. Yeah, this is one of my favorite wallpapers. This art is fucking gorgeous. Oh my god. It's a great wallpaper. Anywho, I didn't even realize that my desktop wallpaper is just sitting here. Anyway, we should probably be watching Persona 4 Arena. Not laughing at the new alert. My god. We'll keep it for now until I get tired of it. But do you really... The question is, can you really ever get tired of dummy dummy? I don't know. I don't know if you can or not, actually. A hee-ho alert. I do have a lot of audio alerts that, like, sorry. I have a lot of alerts that don't really have audio put on them. They're just, like, random tunes. So yeah, that might be changing. Anywho, okay, let me get, where we left off on Arena. Which is exactly right here. Okay. So, we're here. We're like, so we have like 30 more minutes of Labyrs' story. And then I think we're gonna go to Akihiko next. We got a lot, man. Lol. I love you, chat. Thank you. Thank you guys for all the gifted subs this morning. I really appreciate it. I don't know why you guys are being so supportive. I can't handle it. Thank you. Holy fuck, I'm gonna poop. That's a really old alert. Yeah, I still have that audio, actually. Oh man, there's no way we're gonna get to Ultimax now. Why is it loading? Why? Hello? Just play. Don't load. Okay, there we go.
Pancakes, I never want to hear that word for a long, long time.
Tell him text-to-speech. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Yeah, we still have a lot to watch. I don't know if I'm gonna watch absolutely all of them. I mean, but like, I am interested in all of them. I mean, I should rephrase. I'm going to watch all of them. I just don't know if I want to watch all of them on stream. Like, the ones I would watch off stream probably would be like Yukiko, Chie, maybe Teddy off stream. Or Teddy, never watch Teddy. I don't want to watch 3 hours of puns. But I'm interested. I think on stream we'll watch like Akihiko, Mitsuru, Aigis, Kanji, and Yosuke possibly. Which means we got a lot more streams of this until we get to Ultimax. And then back to dancing games. But just kidding, I will watch Teddy, but yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be on stream or not. Anywho, all right, here we go. We're gonna go back to Labyrs' story. Again, thank you guys for all the support. I really appreciate it. The only clue is the idiosyncrasies of the girl's speech. I've learned that distinct speech patterns are often associated with specific regions. Speaking about traveling to where that style of speech is common. Okay, so we left off with Labyrs escaping the lab. And now she's trying to fulfill the wish of 02. Oh. Sad game is sad. Internally, I am cheerful. Aww. Just then, 5 meters ahead, something white and fluffy crosses my path. It is Snowy. It notices me and approaches. Oh, I'm worried about my pursuers, but I cannot dismiss 024's beloved Snowy. I lower my speech and run with him. I then notice that the scenery we are passing has calmed. My surroundings are very different now. The blue sky that was previously obstructed by the trees is now clearly visible. The green grass is shining vibrantly in the light of the sun. And there is a deeper blue than the sky ahead. Many lines of white run across it.
Is that the ocean?
Snowy barks as if in answer. I feel like it is saying, that's right. Aww. I could not previously comprehend Snowy. I did not have an interest in trying. But now I can grasp what Snowy is saying as if I could speak its own language. I know that it feels happy to be able to run with me. I feel as if 024 is inside me. Though we were forced apart, she certainly left me many things. Not only her wish, but other things as well.
I'll find her come hell or high water. Are you with me, Snowy?
Aww. Snowy barks energetically. I respond with thanks and a smile. 024 and Snowy are encouraging me. Though I do not have any clues, I will find her, no matter what happens or how long it takes. I search my current location once more. Now that I'm further from the research facility, I can use my GPS to triangulate my position. But, on seeing the results, I cannot help but stop running. Snowy stops a little further ahead and then returns to me. My current location is Yakushima, within Kagoshima Prefecture. It's a remote island. The island's perimeter is only 132 kilometers. In such a limited area, it will only be a matter of time before a full-scale manhunt apprehends me. The research facility must have been built on an island in anticipation of such situations. Even if someone were to escape the facility, the island's geography would contain them. It is essentially a natural prison. I do not wish to believe it, but my hope was meticulously strangled before it was born. However, I cannot wait here to be captured. I begin running again. Though, as expected from my position data and map, I immediately reach the ocean.
So, this is the ocean. Ha! It's so huge. I can't see anything out there at all.
I look at the glistening surface of the ocean, reflect the sun's light, and ponder its beauty. I'm at a loss. Though I knew it would come to this, I could not stand idle. Despite this, my feelings sink. Snowy looks up at me from time to time as I stop running and begin walking. His gesture of concern forces me to smile and tell him that I'm all right. The forest becomes a grove, the trees grow sparser. A blue ocean and the sandy soil leading up to it spread before my eyes. I check my map again. This is not an uninhabited island. There is a means for people to come and go, but I doubt that I will be able to use those methods freely without arousing any suspicion. I gaze down at my own hand. It is completely unlike a human hand. It is an object sculpted in metal.
Well, that's a problem. What should I do?
My question seems to stymie
Come on,
Snowy.
don't give me that look.
Oh.
Ah, well. Maybe it's my fault for getting so frustrated. Sorry, Pooch.
Just as I'm about to crouch and pat Snowy's head, Snowy moves as if avoiding
Snowy?
me. Snowy circles around behind me and growls towards the way we came in. I train my sensors in that direction and sense presences in the distance. They may be keeping their distance on purpose. Since I have no firearms, they must understand that their effective range exceeds mine.
Looks like they're coming.
Among the human soldiers are a number of my sister units. It is possible that I can convince them not to fight me? Is it possible? I dismiss the idea as hopeless. Though they may have awakened to their ego, after my escape they will be under their commander's control. Even if that is not the case, they may think that their orders are absolute,
Knowing
just
why
as I
they're
once
here
did.
doesn't make it any easier to deal with them.
It does not seem as if they will all attack at once. They must understand that I'm already at the ocean, and I have nowhere to escape. I do not want to surrender, but I'm frustrated by my powerlessness. To be caught like this, I have my own mission to accomplish. The ocean sparkles, the periodic sound of water I once heard from afar echoes from it. As I gaze at the clear water while it ebbs and flows, a mysterious feeling arises in me.
Wow. Look at that. It's beautiful.
My opponents show no indication of moving. I step out onto the sand. After cataloging that sensation, I approach the pier stretching to the ocean. When I step onto it, the wooden planks creak. I can hear Snowy's light tread behind me as well. I stand at the end of the pier and look out to the ocean. I wonder if she is beyond this ocean that seems to stretch forever. That girl is the girl 024 wanted to meet. The girl that I wish to meet as well. This mother figure who loved us and wished for our happiness. While my thoughts turn to the girl whose face I do not know, I decide to preserve the ocean's beauty in my memory. After all, it may be the last time I will be able to see the ocean as myself. The odds are high that when I am restrained and return to the facility, my memories will be wiped. I'm scared. I'm frustrated. I do not want to be erased. But I do not think all my hopes are lost yet. This may be the end of me. But just as I inherited the memories of 024 and the other units, my memories will surely endure into the next generation. So I will keep these feelings along with this beautiful ocean scene deep within the origin of my heart. There, it cannot be erased or tampered with. The blue sky and ocean, the shining sun and glittering water, and the gentle breeze and calm sounds of the waves. The scenery from this pier is so stunning that it is unimaginable from inside the research facility. I'm glad that the last place I see is so beautiful. With the ocean before me, I speak to any future sisters that I have yet to meet. It might be called a type of prayer.
To all the ones I'll never meet, but will receive my memories.
My emotions race ahead of my thoughts. I cannot find the right words to say.
There's so much I want to say to you that I don't know where to start.
I close my eyes again and calm my heart. To my descendants, whom I will probably never meet, if you ever find someone precious to you, as I did with 024, and wish to meet them, may you meet them here. May you go beyond this pier to places I could not.
I just pray from the bottom of my heart that everyone can find happiness. As long as that happens, I don't mind if I...
Even though my wish may not come true, I'm still satisfied if I can entrust it to someone I believe in. 024 said something along those lines.
Could this be it?
Snowy rubs against my leg. Is he warning me to be cautious of my pursuers, who have arrived and are coming closer? Or does he only want me to pet him? I inspect him closely and realize that it is the latter. He must be worried. I crouch down and scratch Snowy's head.
Hey, Snowy. You think this is what it means to feel alive?
Snowy looks at me while wagging his tail. I pick up Snowy and gently hug it. Snowy shows no sign of resistance and allows me to do so. My pursuers are closing in now, but I will not run anymore. It is true that I am still frustrated, but it is strange. I'm also satisfied. Snowy licks my cheek.
Thanks. I'll be okay now. Things are about to get hairy, so you should hurry and get out of here.
I let Snowy go, but it does not leave me.
Oh, come on. If you don't go, it'll make things hard on me.
Aww.
Okay?
Snowy looks at my face for a while. Eventually it droops its head and walks off. Snowy looks back several times. Eventually he disappears into the tall grass. My relief is cut short by 5 armed humans pointing their guns at me. I have no intention of resisting. I smile at them, though it was only for a short while. I lived. I felt the happiness of passing down my wish. It was only for a short period of time, but I may have granted the wish of the girl who is our mother. I allow myself to be restrained without resistance. They take me back to the laboratory. I was so absorbed in my escape attempt that I did not notice the severe damage I inflicted upon the facility. It seems that the delicate machinery used to tamper with my memories is in no condition to be used.
Damn it! Look at this mess! Going after humans? Oh, I bet the girl they used as a template for this model was a snotty brat too!
Kill them all!
Even if we delete its memories, it'll be too dangerous to keep using this unit!
There are so many things about it I want to research, though.
It's not worth the risks. The 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon will be sealed indefinitely once it's fully restrained again.
The voice is the last thing I hear before my consciousness is cut off. Now what?
Huh?
My consciousness should have been shut down. But I have awakened.
This place. It's that ocean.
I'm on that pier. The blue sky and ocean, the shining sun and glittering water, and the gentle breeze and calm sounds of the waves. Even Snowy is next to me. The scene is identical to the one from before. Though this time I sense no pursuers. I was captured. I remember that clearly. This is obviously an abnormal situation, at odds with my memories, but the clear blue sky and ocean are still so beautiful that I cannot help but gaze at them. If only I could go beyond it. Just as the thought crosses my mind, my viewpoint ascends. Soon afterwards, I realize that I'm floating, as if my body is weightless. I'm astonished at myself to be thinking such strange things, but then my field of vision drifts and I turn my attention to that. The scenery I knew already begins to mix with other environments I do not know. They become a connected, continuous image and pass like a slideshow. From time to time, I pass through the drifting images. But I cannot grasp anything within those spaces. Even when they are about to collide with me, they pass right through me. Could this be dreaming? I remember something I once heard from a researcher at the facility. They said that it is possible for us to dream since we have a mind and may develop an ego. Though it would technically not be identical to a human's dream, the phenomenon would be very similar. I feel that the example the researcher gave of what a dream is like matches my current experience. If I'm having a dream, then things that are not possible in reality may be possible here. For example, if I can leave this island, if I can go beyond the ocean. The girl that 024 and I wanted to meet said that even though she knows that the world is big, she would not be able to see it for herself. What could that have meant? Was she in a place that limited her world, as I was unable to leave the island? Just when it seems that the images flowing around me have stopped, I find myself in an unknown room. There is a bed here. Next to it is a flat screen monitor. There are also white shelves surrounding the bed. To one side is a stand for an intravenous drip. There is a machine connected to it by cords, though it is small and appears to function as a life signs monitor. This is similar to the research facility. Could it be a hospital? The voices that sound from somewhere belong to a man and a woman. I have not heard these voices before.
She said during this morning's checkup that she wanted to go to school. She asked how much better she needs to get to be able to go.
Understandable. This ward is right near the road most of the students take. She must have been lonely too, not having seen her parents lately.
Oh, that's interesting.
How much better she needs to get. She still doesn't know that her condition is incurable.
So this is how
Why don't you be honest with her and tell her she won't ever be able to go? It's cruel to string her along like this.
Shh, keep your voice down. Her room's next door.
I understand at once that these people are speaking of the girl I wish to meet. The scene feels as if it comes from my own memory. I do not doubt it at all. The girl is suffering from some kind of illness. She may not be able to go outside. Her condition prevents her from leaving her small world. Her life is like ours. Could the girl have heard this kind of conversation? How did it make her feel to hear it? I want to spend more time in the outside world. I want to live a normal life. The thoughts that come to my mind are not mine.
I wonder if the nurses thought things like the student council were too much trouble to bother with when they were in school. I don't know. It sounds fun to me.
Just as I thought, it is the girl's voice. When I listen to her, I can sense her strong yearning and admiration.
You gotta admire the student council president. I mean, they're the ones that get things done for everyone. But I guess it's because they're like that in the first place that they get to be president, huh?
The girl had a strong desire to attend school and live a normal school life with friends. As I review these voices and feelings, an interest in the school she longs for grows within me.
High school. I wonder what that's like. Would it be fun?
I wish to see for myself what she desires. Is there a specific image of it? What kind of place is it? What activities do its attendants perform while there? But there are no memories in regards to schools. This must mean that the girl has no such memories.
Figures. I don't know anything about schools or whatever else student life is like.
I want to see them.
I can show you if you so desire.
A voice answers my unspoken thought. Who could it be? I do not think I know this voice. For some reason, my mind becomes hazy, cannot access my memories easily.
Who's there?
There's no need to be alarmed. I only want to give you a glimpse of the world you long to know.
Dude, Travis's voice sounds like it sticks out like a sore thumb. I was under the impression that this was a dream. Dreams are supposedly a release valve for memories, yet this voice does not feel like a part of me. Could that be possible? As I ponder these thoughts, the scenery around me changes completely. I first see a 3-story concrete building. I do not know this building. As I examine it, my surroundings change again. The same desks and chairs are lined up. In front of me is a dark green rectangular board on the wall.
Is this a school? A real classroom?
This is the place the girl loved. It is here that I have gained an interest in. I find myself forgetting that this is a dream and focus my senses to the desks and chairs. I then realize that I can move around at will, just as when I felt my body rise at the ocean.
So this is where classes happen.
I feel a sudden excitement.
But what do the students do when there aren't any classes? Do they just talk and stuff?
That mysterious voice doesn't answer. Instead, I am surrounded by other sounds. Many voices are talking at once. It reminds me of the sound of waves near the ocean. But the sound is lively and enjoyable. The voices belong to boys and girls surrounding a desk. They are laughing and talking. They wear common clothing, though there are some differences. These may be uniforms. It is interesting to see that each person's uniform is distinct in some way. That one is the only one with something around his neck. A girl with short hair and a green jacket raises her right hand. Next to her is a girl with long black hair wearing a red jacket. She smiles. Then there is a well-built young man with strange spiky hair. In contrast to him, I can see a small, delicate, intellectual-looking young man. Last, surrounding by them is a young man with a calm demeanor sitting at a desk. The front of his uniform is open. His white shirt is showing. They seem to be talking about something. I cannot quite discern what it is. The scene proceeds to show various points in a normal school day. Classes, activities, clubs, student council. It looks like so much fun that I get excited. But then I remember that this is all just a dream. I am only dreaming. No matter how much I want it, there will never be a day when I can attend school for myself. All the scenes that I saw centered around the young man and his friends. I will never join their circle. I cannot go to school. I am not even human. I consider this self-evident truth once again. Though I look human, I am a machine made by humans. It does not matter how close my heart is to that of a human, or how much my ego develops. I cannot become human. This mechanical body can never be truly human, just as our mother could not overcome the obstacle of her illness, no matter how she wished for it. I cannot overcome the obstacle of being a machine. It is futile for someone who cannot become human to yearn for a normal human life. There is a strange sensation somewhere in my chest that feels like pain. Still, although I am a machine created as a weapon, that girl really loved me. What if there are other people like her who could understand me? Would I then be able to find a place to belong amongst the humans?
You'll never find a place where you belong. Humans created you as a tool. They would never think of you as anything more. Everyone, to a man, lives by averting their eyes from something inside them. They all wish to live inside a never-ending dream. For who has the right to say they shouldn't?
For just a moment, I sense an incongruity in the kind voice. The strange pain within my body softens a little.
There are even humans who do not understand others' feelings. Still others do understand, and trample upon them regardless. Compared to them, you are much more human.
I remember the researchers. They certainly did not understand me, 024, or my sisters. We were treated only as objects. Even after they tried to give us a heart.
Why not then seek to be human?
Me? Be a human?
The voice winds gently inside my head. Winds gently inside my head. I feel my body is growing uneasily
People sort
light.
through their memories in dreams. Each night they let go of painful memories and continue their lives with the morning sun. That's all you need do. Forget anything contrary to your desires.
If I forget...
Do not fear the act of letting go. The ones you admire wished only for you to be happy.
My mind seizes upon something. That precious wish. The desire given to me to meet our mother someday and tell her thank you. I must not forget that. But as long as this wish is precious to me, as long as I cannot erase it from my heart, the fact that I am not human will remain.
And I too. All I wish from the depths of my heart is for you to find joy.
Happiness.
I think back.
I wish from the depths of my heart for you to be happy.
I remember the girl who wished for our happiness. I want to grant that wish. I want to tell her thank you, but that will be difficult for me now. In which case, should I not at least seize the opportunity and be happy here for her sake?
Forget. And be happy.
My vision goes dark. The sounds I heard fade away. I feel as if I'm falling.
Everything is now in readiness.
My god. This is rough, dude. Your theory is that it's a moon god? Same. When I open my eyes, I'm staring at a wood grain board. It's the surface of a desk. I quickly raise my head. Looks like I fell asleep in class. My sleeve was pressed against my forehead while I was asleep, and the texture left a mark. Oh man, I hope no one sees this. I rub my forehead a little and look around the classroom. According to the clock on the wall, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. The only thing written on the blackboard is May 1st, 2012. Everything else is erased. I stretch out my arms. I feel a little tired, but I gotta stay focused. After all, I just got elected student council president in the elections a couple days ago. I have to keep in touch with what the people who voted for me want in a leader. Things with the student council will get pretty hectic after school. I should hurry to the student council room. I stand up and open the door in the back of the class. When I go to the hallway, there's no one around. I check inside the classroom as I go, but I still don't see anyone.
Where the heck is everyone?
It's weird. The whole school is usually rowdier than this after classes. I should hear people talking and laughing in the classrooms and teachers yelling at them to quiet down. Where's all the bustle of the students and everyone getting ready for their after-school activities? Just when I'm wondering that, I turn around and look down the way I came.
Oh, there they are.
There's some students in the hallway. Some of them are chatting and others are coming out of the classrooms. A few of them run past me carrying their bags. Yeah, this is more like it. This is how school's supposed to be.
Hey, no running in the hallway.
The student gives an apologetic smile, but he just waves to me as he zooms down the stairs.
Sheesh, you'll put your eye out if you don't look where you're going. Oh well, I just gotta clamp down on him more from now on.
I put my hands on my hips and sigh.
Hey there, Miss President.
Are you off to the student council room? Have fun.
You're always so excited about that.
Bye, Miss President. See you next Monday.
Everyone walking down the hallway talks to me. I wave back to them. I always had a lot of friends and people who knew me, but ever since I got elected student council president, all of the students seem to know who I am. The job comes with a lot of pressure, but I know I'm up to it. I'm gonna be busier than ever. I should try the accent. I'm gonna be busier than ever around school now. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I should know. I can't do it.
I did.
I'm gonna butcher the fuck out of it. I head to the student council room. I can't do it. I can't do it. Time flies by. Before I know it, there's red light pouring in from the west window. It's like half British, half...
Guess that's enough for today.
Trying to be Bronx. Oh, there's no one else left in the student council room. I had the others go home before it got too late. But when I said that if they pushed themselves too much at the start, they'd burn out quick. They just laughed and said the same goes for you. I can't. It's like... I leave the student council room and lock it up. As I go down the hall to return the key, I see a strange woman at the far end of the hallway. She's not wearing our school's uniform. She's got an odd hat, some gloves, and a one-piece dress. I can't! It's like... I'm trying to do like a... My accent turns out to be like half Brooklyn, half Australian, half British. Oh, deep blue color. Underneath one is an old-looking book. I can't see her face with her back towards me, but her short, straight hair draws my attention. Her hair is in this radiant silver. His pearls are stretched
Who
down.
in the world is that?
I'm sorry. Maybe it's the clothes, but she gives off this strong presence. I get a little uneasy looking at her. I'm not tiptoeing or anything, but she doesn't turn around until I'm about 2 meters away.
Oi, am voice acting over here.
Thank you for the 100 bits. I can't. I'm so bad. I'm just gonna keep going. When she finally does, though, I gasp a little. Her features are so perfect that she's like a sculpture.
Hey, excuse me. You got some reason to be at our school? Are you sure this is how things should be? Huh?
I don't understand what she's getting at. But for some reason, the question throws me.
I am a wanderer who only stopped here because I sensed great power gathering. I am in no position to give advice, but... This place will soon be caught in a bit of a fracas. If you continue to avert your eyes from everything, I think it will have an impact on your life in the near future. My life?
What she said sounds pretty scary. She may have some screws loose, but something is whispering to me deep in my heart. Asking me, doesn't she have a point? Aren't you looking away from something important?
What you choose is up to you, but I believe there are factors preventing you from making the right choices at the moment. I couldn't bring myself to just stand by and watch as you lost your life before my eyes. That is why I was waiting here to give you one last chance.
The lady opens a thick book she's holding. I don't know how it's doing that, but light streams from the book. It gets stronger and stronger until I have to shield my eyes. The blinding light finally begins to fade a little. I slowly open my eyes. The first thing I see should have been my arm, but what I see instead is an arm made of metal.
Huh? What is this?
Can't believe this awkward metal arm is mine. It's like metal plates are completely covering it. I start tugging at them to try and tear them off.
It won't come off. What gives?
It's not just my arms, my legs have changed too. Why are my arms and legs mechanical? What my whole body even? I stare at my hands in confusion. That's so British. These are my hands, all right. Part of me knows. God, I'm like slipping. Sometimes I have the accent, and then sometimes I slip to British. Sorry, I'm slipping a little bit. Sometimes I got it, and then I got too British. What am I thinking? There's no way that these are my hands. It's not possible. It's not. My head hurts. What is this?
I will be your opponent for a short while. During that time, why not think back about who you are? Huh? My...
Sorry, I'm not used to the alert yet. Thank you so much for the tier 1, for gifting a sub to Domino Rob. I appreciate it. Sorry, it's our new alert writer.
Opponent?
The lady takes a slightly defensive stance.
And away we go.
Oh, man. We're almost done. 4 more minutes. This is the only fight that you get. Wow, I'm so good at the game. I somehow managed to beat the lady in blue who attacked me. How did I win? How did I use these metal arms and legs like it was second nature? I don't understand. The lady in blue stands before me exactly like she was when I first met her, saw her.
Well done. But I'm sure you realize now, you are not human. There must have been an important promise that could only be kept in that guise. That must have been your reason for living. Whether it's worth losing that or not, I ask that you give it serious thought. An important promise? My reason for living?
I repeat that to myself. It seems important somehow.
Now, it seems the tumult of trials is about to begin. In which case, I bid you good luck.
The thick book in her hand closes with a loud thud. Strangely, that ordinary sound lingers in my mind. When I come back to my senses, there's no one here anymore. I can take a nervous look at my leg. I take a nervous look at my arms and legs.
Me.
There's no metal on my limbs now. Just ordinary skin and bones. Oh, fuck, that was so brutal.
What was that? A dream?
I can't do this! That was British. What was that? Would daydream be the word for what just happened? I can't sort out my thoughts, so I think to myself, I can't let it get me. Just let it go. But some things I can't dismiss that easy. You're not human. You have an important promise, which must be your reason for living.
I'm forgetting something? That I need to remember?
I can't do a Brooklyn accent, guys. My head's hurting again. The pain brings back another memory. It's just for a second, and I can't quite catch it. But I saw blue skies in the ocean. Someone else was out there. I think there was a lot more to it, but the last voice I heard stays with me. Aww.
I mean, we're loved after all.
When I come to, my hands are balled into fists. That's when I make a decision. That promise, that reason for living. I have to hang on to it. I didn't hear them until now, but there are strange voices everywhere in the school building. Is this the tumble to trials that Lady in Blue mentioned? Is that really gonna be a thing?
I can't just leave this be. I'm the dang student council president.
Student council president, I have to find out what's going on in my school. I need to make sure that the students aren't getting involved in anything dangerous. I start running towards the first floor. And there we go. Alright, well, that was Labyrs. Oh boy, I never want to do that accent again. I'm sorry, that was bad. Alright, we're gonna go to Akihiko next. Yeah, in 2 hours we get one fight.
I'm a long way from home.
Oh! Ever since I left Japan, I've been constantly searching for places to test my strength. Before I knew it, I'd wound up on the ass end of the globe. As I walk down a dark alley, a dry wind blows. I can see people inside the buildings, but I don't sense any life here. Just because it's quiet doesn't mean that it's anything close to safe, though. Well, it just shows that not everywhere in the world is as affluent. I sense a hostile presence from somewhere. I glance around and see two thugs smirking at me with narrowed eyes. Our gazes meet, and those thugs, a seedy-looking large man and a thin man, stand before me.
Yo, bro. Haven't seen your mug around here.
Whoa, that accent.
Lucky thing we noticed you. Come on, man. Spare us some change.
That's great.
We just need a little, man. We'll double it in no time in that gambling den over there.
Where
You're
is
in my
he?
way. Move it.
Where are you? The thugs are momentarily stunned by my answer, but their shock quickly dissolves into anger.
And we were being friendly. I should have pulled this on you at the start.
The large man's words produce a fusillade of spittle as he simultaneously whips out what he believes is his trump card. It's a gun. He waves the muzzle in front of my face in a threatening manner.
A body like that, and you gotta resort to a gun? Pathetic. To begin with, do I really look like I carry that much money on me?
Ain't you Japanese? Most Asians stupid enough to come waltz around here are loaded.
Yeah?
Come on, give me everything you got, or it's gonna be your brains on the floor.
The large man is quite short-tempered. I wonder if his mood swings are due to a lack of calcium in his diet. I guess you really don't get to choose what you eat when you live in a place like this. The large man apparently realizes that he can simply take my cash when I'm dead, and his fat finger squeezes the trigger before I can reply. A gunshot rings out and sends a shockwave through the alley's dry air.
Son of a bitch!
The large man stands stupefied. He recollects himself and throws a few more rounds in my way.
What the? What kind of hit him?
It's because I'm dodging his shots, not the bullets. They obviously move faster than the human body. When a slow man uses a gun, the problem is that he has to point the gun where he wants to send the bullets, and I can see him doing that. I'm just reading his gun's movement and getting out of his line of fire before he shoots. It's that simple. I bet he thinks there's something wrong with the gun, or that he's not aiming well. Some people, I think he's the embodiment of the phrase, a big head and a little wit. He never realizes what's happening. I dodge his hail of bullets and quickly close the distance to my attempted murderer. I get a good look of his face, contorting in fear and confusion.
Checkmate.
I strike once, burying my fist in his porcine gut. His body lifts off the ground for a brief moment before it collapses to the ground backwards. The massive impact lifts like a huge cloud of dust, and the man doesn't stir from his place on the ground.
You should be more careful who you pick your fights with.
You bastard!
A thin man pulls something from his pocket. I hear the loud click of a switchblade being unfolded. He drops into a crouch, coiled and ready to strike.
At least you know the basics.
He's so judgmental. The reprobate extends his arm and thrusts the dulling shining knife toward me in a telegraphed attack. I get inside his arm and swipe the attack angle of the blade out of the way with my right hand and connect my left hand underneath his jaw. Since he attacks in the most obvious fashion, I repel the attack with the most obvious counter. The uppercut lands flush, and the man is cast into the air as he utters an undignified scream.
I gotta hand it to you for not abandoning your pal.
Sheesh, I didn't come on a journey to waste my time getting into scraps that don't even rate as a good warm-up. Although, honestly, pretty much all that I had encountered so far in my training was a continuous morass of tedious quarrels. Now, up ahead, huh? I noticed that the dust from the fat man's landing has gotten on my cape. I brush it off. This is the only mark that I took from the encounter. Bodily injuries will heal over time, even if they're left alone, but the same cannot be said about one's clothing.
Damn, that was impressive stuff.
What? Someone speaks to me out of the blue. I glance over and see a man who looks like a bartender hesitantly emerge from a nearby bar. Seems he was watching the whole thing unfold.
What a fight! And against a man with a gun? Are you a ninja or something?
He's Akihiko.
That's not important. Where are the police? I'd have thought all the gunfire would catch their attention.
The bartender responds to my bewilderment by laughing in an even more dumbfounded manner and shrugs.
Things like that happen all the time. The only authority here is the cartel.
Aw, Josephine, thank you so much for the 5-month resub. I
Everyone
really
who's not
appreciate
connected
it.
dies in poverty.
Glad that the streams could help you,
That's
fam.
been how it works for over 50 years.
I see.
Those who are not connected. Upon hearing that, a bitter feeling wells up inside me. Everything in this world relies on connections, and connections are just another form of power. People say that what's most important can't be obtained by power, but I figure that means the other 99.9% of everything is simply a matter of power. That includes one's lifespan. And at times, the lifespan of those close to you as well.
Hey, why not stop in for a drink? It's on the house. Seeing what you did made my day.
Huh. The bartender's cheerful voice snaps me out of the ruminations.
The cartel you mentioned might not like that.
Hey, I'll get off easy compared to you. All I did was offer you a drink, not beat the hell out of their goons.
A drink, huh?
Do you have the good stuff in stock?
The good stuff.
It's hard to obtain that certain something around here. I haven't had any for a couple days now.
Certain something.
Actually, I'm starting to go into withdrawal.
Please don't tell me he's talking about protein.
What is it you're talking about, mister? Listen, I run a clean bar.
Protein.
Oh my god!
I need a double shot of protein.
Huh? Pro?
Make it quick. It's only half as effective 30 minutes after I've burned some calories.
Sorry, I don't know that brand. Is that some kind of sake?
No. It's alright if you don't have any.
Oh. Sheesh, what am I thinking? You never know unless you try, but it was pretty stupid of me to expect that a bartender in a dive bar like this would have protein drinks. I shake my head and collect myself. When I finally return to Japan, I'll have all the protein my muscle fibers are crying out for. Sounds great just thinking about it. Mounds of protein. Protein as far as the eye can see. But my daydreams of what a world of infinite protein would be like are interrupted. I take out my cell phone and see that I've received an email. There are 3 important things on the sub display. The first thing is the icon that tells me that internal roaming service is in effect. Oh my god, why is this being... Second is the name Kirijo. And the last thing in the word is the word urgent.
Looks like opportunity's knocking sooner than I expected.
I can't hide my smirk. The fact that the message is urgent means that I'm being summoned for a mission.
Fine with me. I haven't found any opponents worth my time here anyway.
Plus, the training journey I'm on was preparation for these missions. It was my way of showing that I would be suited for taking on these special missions professionally. Seems that either my plan is working, or that is fate telling me that the time to display my results has come. Why? I expect nothing less from Akihiko.
I can't wait to see what kind of challenge there is in store for me now.
I really should have saw this coming. I imagine what this unknown enemy could be and thrust my left fist proudly towards the foreign winds. I can't keep my body from trembling with excitement, and I plant my fist into my right palm. Let's go. What the fuck is this story? Early morning, May 3rd, Japan. After a flight that took over half a day, I arrive in Japan. Every time I fly, it always strikes me how cramped the seats are and how boring long flights are. Do I really need to watch this? Give us access to some cardio equipment. Okay, we should, okay. Yep. As I head towards the arrival lobby while thinking about my ideal airline, I hear something I haven't heard in a while. A newscaster reporting in my mother's tongue.
May 3rd, Constitution
Wait, is that what he
Memorial
said?
Day. Our top story today.
In my mother tongue.
Good morning.
Oh!
It's May 3rd,
Okay.
Constitution Memorial Day. Our top story today is an update on the hijacking 2 days ago.
Persona,
5 men
or
attempted
fighting
a
games
daring
now.
Thank you for the
hijacking
5
of a
months, I
domestic
appreciate it.
airline. The first such incident in Japan in the 21st century. Police began their official interrogation of the arrested suspects this morning. But all depositions have been vague so far, with suspects complaining of muddled memories. Psychiatric exams are being considered.
That must be the incident she mentioned in her email.
2 days ago in Japan, a jumbo jet found for... Okay, this is like a recap of Nato's, which we watched. Yeah, the confusing surrounding the hijacking of the station. It's also desperate and risky. My mission is to retrieve that cargo from whoever wanted it so badly. This isn't a situation that can just be left to ordinary policemen. This cargo is extremely dangerous, and the retrieval has to be done discreetly due to its sensitive nature. Mitsuru's stalking him. She's the one who summoned me here for this mission. I didn't tell her any details about my return flight, but she must have found the information on her own and called after learning about my flight's arrival. Just answer the fucking phone!
It's me.
Goddamn visual novel!
It's been a long time, Akihiko. I'm sorry to call you back on such short notice.
Don't worry about it. I was at a good stopping point.
We've been classmates since middle school, and she fought alongside me in my biggest battle. I have a feeling that the only reason we were able to pull through such an ordeal was that we helped each other back then.
So, who's our next enemy?
Don't be so impatient. You received the brief I sent you, right? What I didn't say directly in it is that the stolen cargo was from Ergo Research.
I figured it would be Kirijo group related, with you having to call me back.
We know about the Kirijo group and Mitsuru and maturity beyond her years and strong leadership skills.
What was
Sounds like
inside this
Mitsuru.
cargo?
The 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labyrs.
An anti-shadow weapon? Does that mean...
Yes, she's one of Aegis's sister units. She was sealed at the time of the robbery, but we think it's very likely that she's been activated by now.
Which means there's a good chance there'll be a fight. Alright. Yeah, this would be too much for the normal authorities.
Oh my god.
Sounds like it'll be right up my alley.
Akihiko is horny for battle. Men who run the group, 2 generations. Katetsu Kyujo is the founder of the group. Okay, is this just gonna be a recap? Looks like it. Yeah, okay. Experiment failed. Yeah, okay. Normal people are completely unable to sense this distortion at all, and yet the same distortion could cause the entire world to collapse. Aww.
Fighting is not our first option, but I'd be more reassured with you there. We have a general idea of where it was taken, the Inaba area, where there were reports of suspected shadow activity last year.
Okay, I'll meet up with you at the actual location.
Are you heading directly there? You never change. Let me know if you need anything and I'll make the arrangements.
Protein, that's all.
What? No, it's better I don't ask.
Don't ask.
I'll send you the precise location later. Sorry to call when you've just returned from a trip, but I'm relying
He gets so
on your
angry
assistance.
too. Every time he says protein or thinks
You went
about
to a lot of
protein.
trouble to create the shadow operatives. I won't do anything to tarnish the name. I'll see you there.
This guy is so horny for battle and protein, it's ridiculous. There is, okay, can I just say there is no way that Persona 3 Portable is canon in any way, shape, or form, because Akihiko would never date Femc. There's no way. There's no way that they would actually date. He's too horny for fucking protein. He doesn't know what a girlfriend is. He can't ever have a girlfriend. Nope. This man destined to not have a girlfriend. He can't. No way. Shadows can only be defeated by Persona users. No way!
Inaba, huh?
Smile appears on my face. An opportunity to use all the skills and strength I'd been honing. I will commit every fiber of my being to fulfill the duty I've been given. I couldn't ask for more. Akihiko is married to his muscles. Exactly. Dude don't got time for a girlfriend. Same day, same afternoon. I arrive in Inaba earlier than I'd planned. There's a lot of time to kill before I need to be at the meeting. In order to get a feel for the town and what's going on, I decide to walk around a bit. From the looks of it, it's an ordinary countryside town. I can't believe that people think a level 4 shadow-related case occurred here last year. As far as I can tell, there doesn't seem to be any disturbance going on right now. It looks like that unit named Labyrs isn't running amok here either. As soon as I stray from the main street a bit, it's mountains and fields as far as the eye can see. The air is clean and traffic is pretty light, so the town has that going for it. This would be a great place to go running early in the morning. Training only on the brain ever, 24/7. I'm like exhausted thinking about what Akihiko thinks about.
It's almost time.
My cape flutters in the wind as I shadow box and jog to the meeting area. An intersection on the outskirts of what this town would call its shopping district. Meeting up in a rural area like this is a bit of a tricky situation. Since the shadow operatives do not officially exist, we need to draw as little attention as our mission as possible. Hopefully we can quickly join up and be on our way so that the residents don't take notice of a bunch of outsiders assembling in their sleepy town. Unfortunately, when I arrive at the meeting point, Mitsuru and the others are nowhere to be seen.
Did something happen? I doubt she'd run into any trouble she couldn't handle, though.
Could it be that I'm at the wrong place? There aren't any tall buildings to block my view, so I'd look in every direction. The only thing outside the shopping district obstructing my view is a mountain of garbage that looks like it might be scrap heap or a junkyard. I may as well be diligent and head over there just to make sure. Yeah, that's where they all meet up. I enter the area and it is full of all kinds of junk. Cars and household appliances, large and small, are piled into small artificial mountains. I test my footing and begin climbing up the stacked trash. Looking down, I spot a long black limousine that is completely out of place in this tiny town. I come to a realization and sigh.
Of course. They'd stand out no matter where they were, so they could only park here.
Aigis does something bizarre. She extends her right arm towards the TV screen and in front of her, and... Aigis' hand is passing right through the screen. Her steel fingers aren't just breaking the TV screen, they're definitely going inside it.
Here is your order of all of our protein along with a side of pancakes for you, Akihiko.
It's the same as mine.
Thank you for the 100 bits.
It's hard to say definitively since this is my first encounter with it, but I believe this reading is from a personality module.
Does that mean our retrieval target is inside the TV?
I don't understand how or why, but it seems that people can enter that TV. If that's the case, it would be the perfect place to hide stolen cargo. That makes things easier.
Huh. Sounds like fun.
The two of them look up surprised.
Is that Akihiko?
I leap off the mountain of trash and land in front of them.
You didn't show up at the rendezvous point, so I went looking and found you here. This whole TV thing is pretty interesting.
Akihiko, what on earth are you wearing? Just what were you doing overseas?
Huh? Didn't I tell you that I was on a training expedition?
Don't tell me you came here from the airport like that. Does the concept of keeping a low profile mean nothing to you?
I take a glance at Mitsuru and I can tell that she's summoning up her coldest to stare. This clothing allows me to have much better mobility, but I don't think Mitsuru is going to listen to my explanation. Mobility? Cape? Wearing a cape is the opposite of mobility. Just saying. You're fucking yourself over by wearing a cape, sir. Glancing at Mitsuru's clothing once again, I couldn't help but sigh. Since Aigis had already voiced what I wanted to say, I decided not to make a comeback. Mitsuru simply shakes her head and sighs back at me. Seriously, this is what happens when you grow up in a wealthy family, sheltered from the lives that normal people live.
Anyway.
Slam my left fist into my right palm. Aigis' sister unit, Labyrs. She's apparently inside the TV, sitting in an obscure part of a countryside town. I gotta wonder what else will be waiting for us inside.
We can get inside from that TV, right? And what are we waiting for?
Still the same Akihiko. We don't know the situation inside yet, and we'll need a secure means of getting out.
So what? If we want to get this Labyrs back, someone has to go inside, right?
Well, that's...
I know I'm voicing my opinion more forcefully than she's used to, but it's what I have to do. I know Mitsuru well enough to know when she needs someone to prod her into action. Wanting to exert control over a situation is a commendable trait, but in certain situations, waiting doesn't allow you to seize any more control, and it also gives your opponent more time to prepare.
Our target hijacked a plane to throw her into a TV in this town. If we sit on our hands, it's possible we'll be put in serious danger.
I lock eyes with Mitsuru and take a step towards her.
We're different from how we used to be. We made the choice to fight shadows as professionals. That's why I traveled around the world and trained harder than ever. And now that something's actually come up, you're hesitating? We agreed to do this. I'm ready to stake my life on the mission.
3 years ago, I had said that it was my duty to help in the fight, but looking back on it now, I know that a lot of it was just for kicks. Seeing myself definitively become much stronger and experiencing all that personal growth was incredible. Becoming stronger felt like it would satisfy some deep desire within me. And if I died giving my all against a powerful opponent, I didn't really mind the thought of going out like that either. I was honestly fighting for myself more than anything else. No! What? Fighting for himself? What? No! Something about not having a grasp of some part of myself. I know that I want power. The power to protect others. But that feeling has always been there. There's still something else, though. Something different. A few seconds of silence pass, then Mitsuru's eyes narrow. Her eyes are filled with a steely determination.
All right. Wait right here. I need to go make a phone call first.
Okay, but make it quick.
My fingers sink into exactly the same way I just did.
My fists are ready for action.
Excitement wells up within me as I reaction to the new sensation I feel from my fingertips. What a fucking nerd this boy is. Okay,
yeah.
so this is the same cutscene.
If we all barge in and something happens, we'll be devastated.
Do they still show Naoto? Yeah.
Why enter the TV?
First thing I see is a high ceiling. I get to my feet and look around. Basketball hoops, the ground lined with white tape, and folding chairs stacked high into the air.
Is this a gym?
What I'm seeing now isn't matching what I expected to be seeing. If my memory's correct, I entered the TV with Mitsuru and Aigis. Is this what's inside the TV? It hits me. This isn't reality. Everything looks extremely real, but I sense odd presences nearby. I brace myself inside this oddly quiet gym. If I'm the only one here, I must be cautious. Alone? I suddenly realize that Mitsuru and Aigis should be here too. They came into the TV with me, but they're nowhere to be seen. Did we get separated from each other as we were falling in? No, it's more likely that we were separated intentionally. We don't need to worry about them.
This feeling in the air reminds me of somewhere, though.
Felt the star shadow before. This isn't Tartarus. Star's full of shadows. This area is unfamiliar. I'm assuming hostile. There's no knowing when an enemy may attack. But waiting around to get ambushed isn't really my thing. It's time for me to get moving. Just like Akihiko style. Yep. Just as I think that. Oh no. What in the world is that? A bizarre object approaches me from further inside the gym. It's red, blue, and round. On top of that, it's walking on 2 feet. I've wandered all across the globe to different regions, but I've never seen a bizarre creature like this.
Huh? There's a weird guy in a cape.
Weirder still, it's able to communicate with me.
You think you've got the right to call me weird? You seem suspicious.
How rude! I'll say the same back to you. Being half naked and wearing a cape is totally suspicious. Could this be the pervert I've heard rumors about? My innocence is in danger.
You're making no sense at all. Who are you? Oh, don't tell me. Are you a shadow?
Huh?
Well.
I'm Teddy! Teddy!
Yes.
So you are a shadow.
I just said I'm Teddy! Teddy! It's easy!
No bear has fur that color. Or can talk.
Well,
how cruel! I'm
yes.
an adorable, sexy beast, no matter what angle you're looking from.
Teddy? Does that mean he's like a bear or something? Suddenly a monitor nearby springs to life.
You're such a troublesome bear.
But
you're the troublesome one!
Tell him.
How dare you do whatever you want while looking like me? It's a violation of my image rights!
What's going on? Are you twins or something?
Huh? I've discovered an unknown half-naked caped man! An intruder! Unexpected! X.
Suddenly the sound and image on the monitor get corrupted, just when I thought I was gonna start figuring some things out. This place and those creatures. The screen flickers and dies out. Is this some kind of ruse? Monitor pops back on. Once again, it was Teddy. Teddy's? Ugh, this is too confusing. I'm just gonna refer to the TV bear as bear number 2. People in a lot of overseas cultures and suffixes like the second or the great onto their kids' names, so I figured I'll go with something similar. In some crazy TV world, so I'm not gonna just assume that these guys are Japanese. Like, bear number 2 is going to care anyway. I've wasted enough time rationalizing this. Bear number 2's eyes gleam in a sinister manner. He starts speaking clearly now.
Case 04, unintended intruder. Enter
Bear number 2.
Elimination process.
I don't really have any clue what's going on yet. I do know that bear number 2 has just won the right to be the first one here to taste my fists.
I don't know exactly what's going on, but I've seen enough. Looks like you're the enemy here, bear number 2.
I don't know how much stock I should put in common sense while I'm in this TV world, but if he's using a PA system, I'm guessing there needs to be some kind of control booth for it. Since I'm in some kind of school, that means I'm probably gonna find bear number 2 in the announcement room. If Labyrs is inside here, and if bear number 2 running this whole event, he's gonna have some kind of information about her.
As for you, Teddy, he seems to be your enemy too, but why don't you step down and let me handle him?
Teddy. I proceed to walk off in search of the announcement room. But...
No way!
What?
I mean, who are you? You haven't even told me your name. And that bear might be a bad guy who tricked my beloved sensei and friends. I can't leave this in the hands of a half-naked cape man
bear
like
number
you.
2. This is starting off good. Teddy looks surprisingly resolute. Does he have friends of his own that he's trying desperately to protect too?
Well, your costume is strange. I do like that fire in your eyes.
What's that supposed to mean? It sounds perverted coming from a half-naked cape guy.
Little does Teddy know.
Hey, I have a name. It's Akihiko Sanada. You don't have to call me half-naked cape guy. And I know I can't prove I'm on your side just by saying so. So judge for yourself whether I'm worthy of your trust.
Akihiko really just wants to fight.
You're that excited to do this?
He just wants to fight.
Fists don't lie, you know? Now come on, and I'll give you everything I got.
There's no like, what's the word? There's no reason other than just Akihiko wanting to fight. That's it. The two-fisted protein junkie versus the beast in heat. I just realized I don't think we've ever seen Teddy fight, have we? Holy shit. The beast in heat. I like that title. There he goes. He's the beast in heat. Yep.
The intruder is a persona user. Difficulties in elimination. Acknowledging as valid target.
Persona user? Are you talking about me? What do you mean by valid target?
Irregularity has occurred. Multiple intruders detected. Emergency. Emergency. Oh, I know! I've just had a fun idea!
Just as bear number 2 starts speaking like a normal person, the monitor suddenly cuts out. Seriously, who is this guy? One thing's for sure, and that I need information right now. I lean over Teddy's flattened body and lightly tap the back of his head.
Hey, Teddy, wake up.
No! Kanji! You're crushing me to death!
What's going through this guy's head?
Teddy, wake up!
I smacked Teddy a little more forcefully this time. I was worried that it might make him even flatter, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. Looks like that did the trick. Teddy gets up using whatever weird stomach muscles he has and yells at me while still in this flattened state.
Hey, if you hit me so hard, you'll ruin my beautiful coat of fur! I'll go bald!
Pancake
Teddy, not Teddy!
This is getting to be a pain. Teddy purses his lips and looks away with a huff. I wanted to demonstrate my sincerity with my fists. There's no doubt that I did that. Then again, considering how badly flattened he is right now, I guess it's understandable that he doesn't want to talk to me.
Well, maybe I went a little too far. Let me at least talk to you. I have important business here too. I need as much information as I can get.
Aren't you going to say sorry?
Don't push your luck.
No, he's not going to say sorry.
All your fur.
I was just joking! Well, I am a knowledgeable bear, so I'll make an exception for you and listen.
Hey, I'm the one who won. Where does he get off with this attitude? It doesn't feel right letting that slide, but I don't want him to getting all pouty again. I take a deep breath and turn to face Teddy. I mean, Teddy, once more.
First off, what kind of world is this?
It's the TV world.
At least I was right about that. Teddy then went on to explain that there's a mysterious TV program called the Okay. Teddy's back to his original appearance. He's like a big stress ball.
That's hard to believe. But even if that's true, why does it look like this? Is this supposed to be a school or something?
This is probably the school that Yosuke and the others go to.
It's a real place?
This world changes whenever someone comes here. I'm not sure why it's a school now, though.
It changes when people come here.
I used to live here for a long time, so I saw it happen a lot.
You lived here? Well, does that mean you're from this world? What are you?
That's,
He's nervous and embarrassed. I guess immediately springs to mind she's a machine, but she also has the same heart as a person. Though this teddy creature might be some kind of costume creature, he must have a heart as well. He does look pretty stupid.
There's so much I don't understand. But I can at least say I'm pretty sure you're no threat.
I'm glad that Akihiko thinks that he looks stupid.
Any trouble.
If you know this world so well, does the name 5th generation Labyrs sound familiar?
I've never heard of it. Every day's great at Juness. I usually spend my time there.
How does that have to do with anything?
I was locked up here. I managed to escape, though. Only to find that an imposter teddy was causing a bunch of trouble with his P1 Grand Prix.
He was bummed out a minute ago, and now his face is bright red, and there's steam pouring out of his head.
But don't confuse me for that phony. The real teddy is made of all natural bear fur.
All natural bear fur, guys. Don't forget about that.
If that was someone in disguise, there must be a reason he's trying to look like you.
Ooh, I know. It must be because he's jealous that Sensei and everyone love me the most. He's not 1/1,000,000th as cute as me. Anyone can tell he's a fake.
It's totally obvious. I recall what Teddy said about the Midnight Channel earlier. Some of the things that happen in this world are broadcast to the outside world. It's not too big of a stretch to imagine that he's trying to upset their friendship.
All right, one last question. You said you used to live here. Do you know how to get out?
Of course! That was one of my specialties. I always helped other people when they needed to leave. But it's not working here for some reason. I'm losing my confidence. This is one bear of a headache.
Kill me!
Ooh, that was an advanced joke.
This is no laughing matter. We won't be able to get out like this.
Thank you, Akihiko. Oh, that wasn't advanced at all. Sheesh. You did give me valuable information, though. My main objectives are returning Labyrs and escaping from this world. I won't be able to accomplish either of these things as it stands. All we can do is keep moving forward. I don't see the harm in doing it quickly.
That's it. You're coming with me.
I'm assuming that I'm probably gonna need this guy's help in getting out of here later, so I grab the back of Teddy's head and sprint forward. He's gonna run into a wall. He gets completely stuck on something.
You're gonna tear it off!
I look behind me. Teddy is wildly flailing his arms around, but I don't see anything holding him back. Okay. Guess I'll just have to try again. Akihiko, no! I pulled the back of Teddy's head towards me with my full strength. He's definitely stuck on something. It looked like the zipper on Teddy's neck warped. Whatever, it's probably it's just my imagination.
Looks like there's a wall that I can get through, but you can't. What a bizarre place this is.
Says the half-naked cape guy who pulled at my head so hard it almost came off.
Oh well, I'll have to leave you here. Make sure you don't go anywhere alone, you hear me?
Yeah, the story does drag on a lot. That's why I'm like skipping the recap stuff, or like
after you
if we know what is
story,
already happening from a different perspective, I'm skipping
next. It's very good.
Thank you so much for the 100 bits. I appreciate it.
I get lonely real fast. I'm coming with you.
Well, you just ran into a wall, Teddy. Sucks to suck. The guy said that the general is an enemy of his friends, and because his friends are all at risk, he can't just leave everything to me. His lack of regard for personal safety may be because he's so worried about his friends. Hang tight, Teddy. I know it's a tough situation. I know I heard where the enemy is from a mission and for the sake of Teddy and his friends. I step outside the gym, I hear a cheer. The voices seem to be coming from outside the school building. Did a large number of people come into this world? I don't think it's an unpopular opinion to love Teddy. I think that Teddy is actually a great character, but I just get really annoyed by his mannerisms. Mannerisms, that's it. But he's still a good character. He's still lovable, despite how much he makes me very upset. With everything that he says. But if you look past that...
Yasagami High School. I remember seeing that name in the report on Inaba.
High-pitched girl's voice. Oh no, here's Rise.
Next match be like?
No matter where in the world I went, people who were excited about a battle had a certain spark to them, and these guys don't have it.
Wow, this is one fired up crowd. Hi everyone, I, Risette, will be your commentator. But first, the General would like to say a few words. The mic's all yours, sir.
To announce the opening of our very own P1 Grand Prix! Presenting the manliest of all men! Oh, so you've come this far. I applaud your bravery in not running away.
Still hiding behind a monitor? It's about time you showed up in person. I'll crush you.
Nope, sorry, but I'm not falling for a cheap ploy like that. You better follow the rules. Allow me to explain. The P1 Grand Prix is a one-on-one battle. Those who are paired...
The invisible wall is a thing.
Interesting.
For the pre, yeah.
Who are you gonna make me fight?
Akihiko's horny for battle, so of course he loves this Grand 1 Prix. P1 Grand Prix. That's yes.
Huh? Who are they?
I don't have to answer that.
Sorry, but I don't have time to play along. I'm taking back Labyrs.
You are?
Thank you, Ryder.
Don't think everything's gonna be that easy for you. You all should suffer, and then suffer some more!
Bonka. Got him! Not exactly sure what specifically antagonized him, but it seems that he definitely knows something about Labyrs. Think you can make me suffer, huh? Well, bring it on. I flourish my cape and head into the school building.
It won't be easy, huh?
Think about what the general said a moment ago. Honestly, I can't think of too many items in my life when things went easily. Growing up as an orphan, my memories of losing what was precious to me. I've never gotten too burdened by it, but I've constantly been pitied by others for my misfortunes.
I never expected it to be.
Oh. Pain of loss and my source of determination. Must stay strong in order to protect those who are precious to me by my side right now.
This is what I'd figure another world would be like. Huh.
Uh-oh, we hit an invisible wall. Put all my strength into the strike, but the wall barely gave it all. If it shakes, that means it's taking some damage. If I keep attacking it, I may be able to break through a portion of it and punch my way out. But I really don't know how much of this whole charade I can break through by destroying these walls. You could just be Liz and just, like, touch it and it breaks.
I knew it. Whoever set this up only thought about blocking people's paths. Anywhere there already was a real wall got overlooked.
He jumped outside? Oh my god, Akihiko. Through the window. I land near a classroom that seems to be half underground. I look through one of the windows. Though the interior is odd, it looks like it's a music room. The window's closed, but it's still just a glass window. If there were a real school, I'd hesitate to do this, but hey, this is a fake world. I rear back and put my fist through the window. Dude, Akihiko's like,
whoa! What the?
I make my own rules here! There's another visitor inside. Kanji! He's a well-built young man in a school uniform.
Huh? You're that guy from the video.
Did you just come falling from up there? What's going on? Answer me!
I remember now. You're the blood-curdling beefsteak emperor.
Hell no, come on! Did you even try to remember my name?
So that P1 Grand Prix thing has already started.
I recall the rule that those who encounter each other must fight each other. If we're gonna fight, we might as well do it right.
Hey, take off your clothes.
What the hell? How can you ask that straight out?
What's wrong with what I said? Won't it be hard to maneuver wearing that?
Maneuver?
No, don't blush! Why is he getting all flustered? His face is red. Maybe he's not feeling well?
What are you all flustered for? I'm talking about your jacket. If you don't wear it right, it'll get in your way during the fight.
My jacket? You just said that to begin with? There's no real meaning behind this. It's like, you know, just the way I wear it.
It's plain weird.
Says the guy who's half naked except for a cape.
We'll see if you can keep that attitude up for long.
Fight, 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 fight.
Paired with. Now get started.
The redness is in his cheeks is gone. There's a fire in his eyes. It's almost murderous.
Jeez, you keep saying the weirdest crap. Looks like I'll have to make you leave.
Get him, Kanji.
Let's get this started, Capey.
Capey.
What, now you're interested? Alright. Come and get me.
You're not really strong anyway. You're just a fake. Nothing worthy about it.
Okay.
What's that supposed to mean?
Shut up! Why don't you ask yourself that? Here goes.
Push the opponent reading their moves. One blow after another. This is an awakening. Will this
Okay.
Hit home. Not bad.
Was it great?
Oh my, they've been
I just realized, so I guess the Persona 3 characters no longer need evokers. They just summon their personas now. We retired from evokers. Take a deep breath next to the collapsed kanji to lower my heart rate and wind down from the battle. Then I calmly re-examined my surroundings. During the battle, I had noticed that the spectating students had changed into something completely different. They're not human.
It's amazing. So this is what you meant by going at it with nothing to hide.
When did I say that?
You're one passionate guy. Guess you're no ordinary pervert.
Oh, since when am I a pervert?
What? Kanji flashes this bright smile that's different from the one he displayed before the fight. Anger and hatred have fled his body entirely now that the fight is over. Seems like he's got spirit.
Ow! Man, for a dream, this sure hurts. Huh? That's weird. How come a dude I've never met before is here in my dream?
A dream? What are you talking about? Aren't we inside the TV world?
Huh?
The TV world. If you can dream with your eyes open, I'm pretty impressed.
They're inside the TV? I seriously thought this was all a dream!
Kanji! Oh, it doesn't seem like Kanji's acting. He honestly seems to think that this entire thing was all a dream. Poor Kanji. I love this interaction between Kanji and Akihiko. It's pretty great. Maybe he was actually dragged into this by force, so I can't imagine the others who were in that video either.
Do you have any idea who the other people in that video were?
They were pretty much all my friends, but... Oh, crap.
Kanji clutches his head as something occurs to him. This seems quite
I
serious.
thought this was a dream, so I kinda sorta beat the snot out of a couple of them.
Oh!
Well, if they lost to someone who was half asleep, they'll just have to suck it up.
You think so? Things are just that black and white to you, huh?
Yep. Seriously? I thought it was gonna be some important information. This Kanji guy is being yanked out of his normal life into this weird situation, and he seems oddly pleased with what I say about it.
Dream. Then Ted and Rise are really hosting it?
General Teddy. The other Teddy said that he was a fake.
A fake? You're kidding me! How do you make such a perfect copy of the bear suit?
Kanji is such a sunshine child.
But yeah. They're hardly twisted bastards who enjoy watching friends crush each other.
You seem
God,
pretty
I love
sure of
him.
your friends.
Man, the things I went through with those guys. And here I thought you were a pervert who wasn't listening to a word I said. Guess I had you figured wrong.
Aw, looks like this guy's having a tough enough time just changing the way he thinks about me. Maybe he's just an idiot. The way his expression changes to that honest and relieved look when he's talking about his friends. Seems that he has friends that he can really trust. If we'd met under less dangerous circumstances, I wouldn't mind sitting around and chatting with him for a bit. But I have a duty to attend to right
By the way,
now.
have you heard the name Labyrs anywhere? She's supposed to be somewhere in here.
Huh? Lab rat? What?
I see. No, if you don't know, don't worry about it.
And with that, I leave Kanji and begin walking towards the door. Kanji calls out and stops me.
Hey, wait a second. You haven't told me anything about you. Who are you? What did you come inside the TV for?
There's no point in explaining.
What?
Protein! Just kidding. Kanji attempts to stop me, but he changes his mind. His expression tells me that he's not satisfied with this outcome, but he swallows his frustration and takes a seat on the ground. Since he's fought against a number of people already, he must understand that he can't proceed on because he lost. Kanji looks directly into my eyes and speaks up.
Well, I was the loser here, so I can't complain. This isn't a dream, and my friends are in trouble.
That's all you need to say. I answer with a smile.
I know. I won't let anything happen to him.
The way you fought says it all. You can't throw punches like that without a shitload of training. You could feel your determination behind every one.
Yeah, the same's true for you. Good work.
Aww, they're bonding. Praises exchanged after trying to beat each other senseless. We have a moment that only those who have just brawled against each other can share. Kaji's skills are exceptional for a high school student. When I was in the boxing club, there were only a handful of guys who could stand to trade blows with me like he just did. Considering that he's this good with his self-taught fighting skills, there's no question that he's become an unparalleled fighter if he had proper training.
But you should be careful. My friends are hella strong, you know? If you're not careful, you'll be eating pavement.
Was that supposed to be a genuine warning for me, or was that a boast about how great his friends are? Either way, I can understand the feeling behind his words, so I smile back at him.
I don't know about that. My fists can't be stopped that easily.
They're so fucking cute. Oh my god. There's nothing more I need to say to Kanji. I turn and begin running down the hallway. No! Our time with Kanji's done! I love that interaction. That was actually really fucking great. I don't want it to be over.
This is pointless.
Invisible walls keep getting in the way. I spot another window.
Guess they fixed that little loophole.
You can't just break through another window, Akihiko. God damn it! Didn't take them long to put invisible walls over the windows.
No more breaking the rules. Seriously, why can't some people follow simple directions?
Fucking Akihiko.
You act like I ever intended on following your rules.
The fact that they've gone to the trouble to correct their oversights means that limiting our movement must be very important to them.
Akihiko, you're all right. Then again, seeing you isn't necessarily cause for celebration. If we're both here in one place, that means...
Yeah, looks like it.
Uh-oh. We're gonna have to fight Mitsuru.
So, you're my next opponent.
Breaking the law.
This is exactly what the enemy wanted.
Breaking the world. Oh, here comes the monitor.
Ta-da! Well, this is about to get real interesting. An unwanted battle between friends. I hope you two enjoy it to the fullest.
Is that supposed to upset us? Can you believe this guy, Mitsuru?
It certainly is an unwanted battle between friends. I have no intentions of fighting against Mitsuru. But we both understand what needs to be done in order to accomplish the mission.
Huh? What do you mean?
I should have realized much sooner. It's not strength you truly desire. What you really want is to forget your fear of losing others. That's why you throw yourself so fervently into your training. It's a twisted form of escape. At the very least, you can allow me to put an end to such things.
Ouch! Forget my fear of losing others, huh? As Mitsuru well knows, I've lost countless things until now. And that anxiety that I've buried somewhere in my heart may strike at me any moment. The Mitsuru I know wouldn't bring up something like that at a time like this. It'd be obvious to any friend of Mitsuru. There's something going on here.
Teddy, and Kanji also started getting personal before the fight. Is this some kind of trick?
Yikes.
I've got no idea what you're talking about. Sounds to me like she means it.
I don't know what you're up to here, but you're gonna have to try harder. It's fine, though. I'll just take this chance to enjoy some serious sparring. There were a bunch of people I wanted to fight once I got back to Japan, to test my skills. And you were at the top of the list, Mitsuru. Didn't think I'd get a chance so soon, though.
Mitsuru takes her stance without saying a word. Alright, fight! Two hot babes duking it out.
Looks like they're fighting on a roll.
Ouch! Oh my god, Akihiko.
All right, announcement over. Until next time.
Woo. I glance down at Mitsuru. She keeps her firm expression and opens her mouth.
Ugh, I yield. Your skills have improved tremendously, Akihiko.
Yours too. I was really worried there that you might execute me.
Execution. She gives me a smirk! That's the Mitsuru I know. So her odd behavior prior to the fight was all the general's work, I wonder.
Mitsuru, what did I say to you before the fight?
Huh? Why do you ask? As I recall, you said some unkind things about my late father.
Ouch. I knew it. Of course, I have no memories of saying such things because I didn't say them. There's one thing I'm certain of. Mitsuru and I turned towards the monitor. Smugly smile at the general. His little gimmick was completely useless. General Teddy can barely contain his hatred, and he responds.
How can you fight without holding back like that? People hesitate more when they face their friends. They break down. They suffer. So how come you aren't suffering? Why? I don't understand.
I'm not surprised. Anyone who needs to trick people to get his way wouldn't understand. Our bonds aren't that flimsy.
Akihiko, let's compare notes. I want to confirm our situation.
Right. Although I don't have much for you.
Star, thank you so much for the 3 months.
The stuffing out of Teddy gets me very excited. I'm sorry.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Me too, but low-key no, but yes, but no. They're trading information, but they pretty much already know this shit. I guess it's safe, unless school students and their commercials seem to be personal users. More importantly, where's Labyrs?
Aigis seems to have made contact with her. She seems to be calling herself the student council president of the school. In fact, she's going so far as to play the part.
Play the part?
She seems to be unaware that she entered a TV. It's possible that someone forced her in here, but that doesn't explain why she's acting out a role in school life.
A copy of a school in another world.
Her thoughts or her memories. It was a voice of deep sorrow, suffering, sadness. It was so vivid I wanted to cover my ears. be that far behind Aegis in terms of mimesis.
Sure, Aegis' sister unit would have a mind. But does that mean the older version is more advanced?
Doesn't seem likely, but I can't say for certain. Still, I'm only speculating, but I feel like her deeply negative emotions are connected to this tournament.
Connected how?
Do you really think Labyrs was stolen? The General seemed to want to make us suffer rather than eliminate us. Would a thief wish for that? Or draw in unrelated high school students?
I see. That General Teddy's actions do seem in line with what Labyrs wants. He actually may in fact be Labyrs.
I'm impressed that this story like kind of works. I just feel like I gotta throw that out there.
Earlier and escaped when she was being transported.
Can't deny that possibility right now. But there's something else I do know.
Mitsuru, you're doing your brow furrowing thing again.
What? That doesn't matter right now.
You're overthinking things. All this conjecture and speculation will drive you nuts. Let's pick this up again once we defeat the enemy.
Mitsuru's always been like this. She imagines worst-case scenarios that haven't even happened yet and burns herself coming up with contingency plans based on them. I do the exact same thing. I need an Akihiko in my life. God, I hate my brain. It's so stressful. Just spirals and worst-case scenarios all the time.
It's you who's underthinking things?
Anyway, there's no time to lose right now. You know where the enemy is, right?
Yes. I've traced its location. It should be nearby. I will leave the rest to you, Akihiko. Don't disappoint me, all right?
Mitsuru has grown as well. She's changed that since that battle 3 years ago. Now that I think about it, a lot of time has passed since then. I part ways. According to Mitsuru's search, the enemy seems to be nearby. As I reach the top of the stairs, a loud noise punctuates the atmosphere. There's a persona. There's no invisible walls that prevent me from making my way towards the sound, and I finally reach my destination.
The announcement room. Here we go.
Rampage and personas. Grab the door handle, but it won't open. Different from those invisible walls, however. It's just an ordinary door. Sorry if there's a broadcast going on, but I'm gonna have to punch my way in. And now we're with everyone else. Izukitsu, thank you so much for the 3 months. I appreciate it.
Guy I saw earlier.
I hope you keep enjoying the emotes. Two female students before me. One of them I recognize from the video, and the other one is an unfamiliar face. Oh no, they're gonna talk about steak for a half hour.
So it wasn't Labyrs after all.
I'm surprised. I wonder how much that's in Chie's story. How much she yearns for steak, but is stuck in the TV world. Oh, same cutscene as normal. At least we can keep skipping that stuff. It's all the same. Dude, I would love to see Chie and Akihiko talk together, yes. There's so many interactions between like 3, 4, and 5 characters that I would love to see how they react to each other. My curiosity's peaked. I know that's like the Q games in a nutshell. That's why I'm like really excited to play the Q games eventually. Started inventing and discarding possible reasons for what's happening. Eventually, I just cast aside all my theories. Fuck crystal theories. Let's just fight it out. What's my objective? I was summoned to retrieve Labyrs and to prevent any danger from spreading. Doesn't matter if there's 1, 2, or 21 of her. My initial objectives were unaffected, and I will give everything I have to complete my mission.
Fine. I'll just calm them both down.
taught both of them as they maliciously stare daggers at me.
Why did it have to be now? Who the hell are you?
We've come to take you in. Would it clear things up if I mentioned the name Kirijo?
The other one, Rico, is in horror.
I'll never go back there! Damn it, get back here!
The other one dashes after the first one. I immediately try to pursue them, but...
Hey, wait a second! Who are you?
Chie! The remaining girl in the green warm-up jacket stops me. If I recall correctly, she was the female student introduced as a carnivore in that commercial.
I need to go after them. You're better off forgetting what you just saw.
Wait! You can't just...
She appears to be uninjured, and I can't lose time dealing with her. I ignore her and book it after Labyrs. Oh no! My Chie Akihiko interaction.
Hold it right there, Buster!
That voice. She caught up to me. Oh! At a full sprint. She must be quite an exceptional athlete. But I can't drag her into this. This is my duty. Should I run even harder? That might cause me to redline my heart rate, and that would deaden my legs for my upcoming fights. Oh my god, just... Or should I just convince her to leave? Unfortunately, it seems that both of those options have been taken off the table now. I wrap my fist where there is nothingness. A resistance, another invisible wall. Looks like this is the enemy's way of buying time. Sure enough, the female student catches up to me. She confronts me as she tries to regain her breath.
You're gonna tell me what's going on!
She wants an explanation? There's no harm in telling her what's going on since she and her friends are already caught up in this mess. But there's no need for them to learn details about it. If they just return to the real world, they can get out of this mess while keeping relatively normal lives.
What good would that do you?
What?
I'm here on a certain mission. You could even call it a duty. My resolution is nothing like yours, based on curiosity.
A duty?
I hit the invisible wall. Oh!
That ridiculous Grand Prix is still going on.
What? Wait, you mean...
She reaches around at the space behind her. As I expected, her hand hits an invisible wall as well.
We're trapped. So, like, do we...
Yep, we gotta
That's
fight.
That's what you get for coming after me so recklessly. The rule that one opponent must be defeated is still in effect.
Oh, gee. Must be a girl and a student, but I don't intend to go easy on anyone as long as I have a mission to complete. I unleashed the aura that instantly silenced so-called tough guys all around the world. I was hoping that she would quietly back down before I had to go this far. But even though my aura dampened the girl's resolve a bit, she didn't even take a step back.
Alright, I accept.
Woo! Get him, Chie.
Why are you willing to go to such lengths to catch up to Labyrs?
I don't know why. I just know that she was in pain. I don't know if my reasons are better or worse than yours, but I can't turn my back on her.
Foolish words of a child. But there's a fire in her eyes that makes up for her lack of reason. She's much better company than stupid people who insist in blabbering on. She's definitely piqued my interest a bit.
Alright. To answer your question...
Protein.
What you saw was the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labyrs. She was given a heart so she could use a persona.
A weapon? Then she really is a robot. But she's so cute. And she even sounds like a normal girl.
She's cute! She's perplexed. She has a perplexed look on her face, even though she's already seen those mechanical arms and legs. Must be hard to believe that a robot could be that lifelike.
Oh, so that's what her lost memories were about. And since she has a heart, she has a shadow too.
She has a shadow? Do you mean the thing where there's two of her?
The girl does her best to explain the structure. Yeah, TV world. Okay, so now we're explaining.
Mastermind behind all this isn't Labyrs, but her shadow.
Yeah.
I think that's it anyway. But I wonder what's with this tournament. What could she have wished for to make this happen?
I have some suspicions about that. Labyrs may have been forced to do some inhumane things while she was in development. Her original circumstances may be related to the setup of this Grand Prix.
The girl goes pale upon hearing my words. Such a tale would be unimaginable for those living ordinary lives.
Then, this tournament is a reenactment of what Labyrs went through in her past?
Even Mitsuru doesn't know that for sure. If there's anyone who can claim to, it would be Labyrs herself.
That's all I can tell you. If you still want to search for her, you'll have to defeat me to move on. What'll it be?
The girl swallows her tongue for a moment. But it isn't because of fear or hesitation. I could tell from the look in her eyes. She's made up her mind.
If Labyrs wished to make us go through what she went through, that means she wanted to be understood. She wanted someone to save her.
That's just your guess, though.
She is
But if it's
precious.
possible I'm right, then I can't abandon her.
Chie gets it.
That's why I won't go back until I've saved her. Her heart is worth fighting for.
Chie, best girl. After not, though, but wait.
What's your name? Mine's Akihiko Sanada.
I'm Chie Satonaka, a third year at Yasagami High.
I like the fire in your eyes. Then let's fight and see whose passion comes out on top.
Aww. Alrighty. And now we fight. Oh no. Okay.
Bad.
Hey, Chie.
Okay.
Damn it, this sucks. I lost. Oh well.
Hey, Chie. You don't get to go search for
Mr.
Labyrs like you
Cheese,
wanted in
thank
your
you.
lab?
Love the stream.
Oh.
Well, I figured
Thank you so much for the 4
save
months,
her.
Mr. Cheese. I really
Labyrs
appreciate it. I hope you keep enjoying the emotes. Thank you for the support. She saw right through me. I guess she's sharper than she looks. One of my mission priorities was to limit collateral damage. To achieve that, I thought that destroying Labyrs might be my only option. That plan has been scuttled.
Can I ask you to give her a message? Please tell her I said I was sorry. For saying such cruel things and doubting her. Let her know I really want to talk with her when this is all over. Anyway, just tell her I apologized.
I love Chie. Chie was such a good first girlfriend. You know what? I have no regrets. She was an amazing first girlfriend.
I need to thank you, Chie.
Huh?
On my way here, I was told that my strength was fake. That I was just immersing myself in training to escape my fear of losing others. That I was just sticking my head in the sand.
Oh.
And that was true. The reason I'm so hard on myself is because I'm scared. That might be a weakness of mine.
Why is this sad boy hours now?
But watching you made me realize it's okay to be like that. No, I don't want to lose anyone again. Ever. But that's how I can become stronger. Sheer raw strength is pointless. Getting the ability to see your deepest wishes through is true strength.
That's a little abstract. But I guess it's a compliment, though I still feel a little embarrassed about it.
We ship Chie Akihiko. I never thought about that ship.
I'll bring Labyrs back, no matter what.
Maybe not. No, maybe not. You know what? Akihiko is best with Shinji, you know? There's no other possible relationship route for him. It's just the gay. An old acquaintance's face flashes into my mind. Someone who took good care of me. Someone I haven't seen in a while. Kurosawa-san. I'd heard that he'd been promoted to detective, but I hadn't been able to personally congratulate him for that yet.
Once this is all over, I should go see him too.
Yeah, he's loyal to Shinji. After being forced to travel a circuitous path, I was eventually led back to the very room I was in a few minutes ago. Labyrs is back here. The real one or the shadow?
You again? You came all this way after me?
Reaction, the color of her eyes. This didn't match any of the characteristics Chie told me the shadows would possess. Seems that this is truly the real one. The real one. Looks like she was still safe, but before she denies her shadow, must take her into custody at once.
I won't let you get hurt.
Take a step forward and hold out my hand. But Labyrs backs away, terrified.
I'm never going back there. I never want to get put through that again. I'm gonna run away. Just you watch me.
And where will you go? Is that how you're gonna solve everything? You won't even listen, huh? Fine. I didn't think anything I said would be enough to earn your trust. So come at me with everything you've got. I'll accept
now we gotta do this fight.
You are.
Shadow will try and replace its originator. If I lose Labyrs, I won't be able to fulfill my duty. Alright. Fight! Wow, look at me, so good at this game. Already done.
Why won't anyone understand?
She's finally stopped moving, but Labyrs' expression tells me that she's not all there right now. I wonder if I can get through to her now, just as I'm about to speak. Oh no! An undetected ambush from behind, a giant axe spun at such high speed that it looks like a circular blade to the naked eye. No matter which part of the axe hits my head, it'll decapitate me for sure. Better not let it hit me then.
Oh, that's a pretty dangerous looking electric fan you've got there.
Thank you guys. I practice my speed running strats all the time. Thank you very much.
Please stop! This ain't what I wanted!
Hey, calm down. This is your shadow. It's you, isn't it?
Accepting it! If I accept it, then I'm just... That's right. There's no way he'd understand. The Kirijo group created you as a tool. Of course, that's the only way they can think of you.
My words won't reach her Labyrs when she's like this. The shadow's cruel words have a tight grip on her heart. It isn't easy to support someone whose weakness has filled them with doubts and taken over their heart. I decide to listen to what the shadow has to say. This way I can understand the weakness that Labyrs is harboring.
Not that you're any better. You didn't hesitate at all to attack him. It just shows your true colors. You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through. Right? That's why we're in a school having a fighting tournament? You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand. You want to make them understand. That ain't true! But it was no use.
Is that a Boston or New York accent? I think it's... I'm not a pro when it comes to accents. But the only thing I had to go by is I had a professor in college that was who lived in New York her whole life, grew up and born and raised in New York. And I think her accent is more Boston than New York.
You're not me.
Doesn't sound like how my professor sounded to me, at least.
You can't be me!
Oh no, she said the words! Okay, anyway, this is pretty much the same, and then we'll get the cutscene.
What's that? You want to be
definitely,
destroyed
yeah, definitely
that
seems more
badly?
Boston.
Then I'll save her for later and crush you now!
I swore I'd protect Labyrs, and I'm not gonna lose what I'm protecting ever again.
Aww, Akihiko!
Shut up, Carrie Joe Dog!
He's never gonna lose what he's protecting again.
Stand up and look at me. I have a message for you from Chie.
Huh?
She wanted to apologize for doubting you and hurting your feelings. She was really sorry about what she said. She wanted to tell you herself, too. She was so determined to save your heart that she threw everything she had at me.
Chie-san said that?
Also, Mitsuru, the girl in charge of the Kirijo group, learned what happened to you and was mortified to hear of it. Do you still think no one understands? That your pain is unique to you?
I never thought of things like that. I never imagined anyone understood me. But... anymore. What am I supposed to believe?
Poor Labyrs. You're from New York. You can't hear a New York accent. Yeah, I don't really hear it. From the friends that I've had that are from New York. But then again, on the flip side, I don't think I've ever made a friend in Boston. Well, I have a friend that lives in Boston, but she wasn't born there. She moved there, so she doesn't have that like accent when you grow up with living in that area. Not the same thing.
But don't give up.
So I can't say I've ever heard like a genuine Boston accent from like a friend.
No matter how many times you fail,
other than like online and seeing videos and stuff, you know.
You'll never get it by running away. What's your strongest desire?
So what is your favorite Persona game?
Thank you for the 100 bits. I love all 3 of them that I've played for different reasons. Sorry, I can't help her find her way if she doesn't find it on her own. No meaningless. Labyrs places her hand to her chest. Then closes her eyes and loses herself in deepened thought. My consensus is that
I want people to understand how I feel.
Then there's someone
Persona
you need to tell
5 has
that
my
to.
favorite story, overarching
And that's
storyline.
yourself over there.
Persona 4 has my favorite characters, and Persona 3 has my favorite theme and message behind the game. So they're all my favorites for different reasons. Making sure I'm not missing anything important.
I get it.
But
that's what you've been saying this whole time.
Of those three things that I value the
way.
most, I value a good storyline the most. So I'd say Persona 5 is more my
I
favorite than the other
understand
two. Because I love a really good story, but they all have really good stories. It's just like I feel that 5 has the strongest one. Alright, I can skip that at least.
Managed to get past that. Congratulations.
We did it! Woo!
Thanks.
You have some things you want to tell Chie too, right?
Alright, so now we come and we meet everybody.
You're okay, Miss President. Or should I call you Labyrs?
Chie-san.
Contrast to Chie's enthusiasm, Labyrs looks toward me as if she's unsure about how to feel about everything. Before I can nudge Labyrs over towards Chie, Chie rushes over and takes Labyrs' hand. She smiles brightly after she confirms that Labyrs is alright. Labyrs cannot resist the infectious air of happiness. Okay.
It's like you just single-handedly saved the world from an evil army.
Yosuke, don't be so rude! Akihiko-san, thank you for saving Labyrs.
No need to thank me. I just delivered the message you left me with.
Don't you have some people you want to introduce Labyrs to? After being prompted, Chie dashes off, tugging Labyrs by her hand towards her friends. Look like they're a pretty open-minded bunch. You don't say.
Are you alright, Akihiko?
Mitsuru gets it. Aiga stands next to me and gazes at the group of people gathered around Chie and Labyrs.
It seems my sister has also forged a bond.
That takes you back, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Though I am a machine, I understand what it means for people's hearts to come together. I would definitely like for my sister to learn that as well.
The battle that took place 3 years ago marked a major turning point, not just in my life, but for Aigus and the others that fought. Okay, but yeah, we know that. Mitsuru is standing unmoved. She furrows her brow and sporting a look I know all too well. What's troubling her now of all times? Aigus notices the serious look on Mitsuru's face and speaks to her in a hushed tone.
Are you thinking of sealing my sister away again?
Don't tell me you're going ahead with that. I know you're in a delicate position, but I have serious issues with this.
No, you misunderstand. I realize full well the situation here. That's not what I was thinking about. What's bothering me is that the true culprit in this case never did show their face.
Yeah, we still don't know that, actually.
What?
After all these stories.
Did Labyrs say she escaped here on her own?
That's what I thought most likely at the time, but that scenario doesn't match what we've learned since then. How did Labyrs learn about this world? Why did she call in these other Persona users?
You had some basic investigation done on Inaba, right? If she regained her consciousness a while ago, it's possible she infiltrated your network and found out about that stuff.
That's not my only doubt. Labyrs' ability to cloud others' senses can only go as far as creating hallucinations. That's inconsistent with the ability to control people so thoroughly as to make them risk their lives in a hijacking. There's too much that doesn't add up.
That does seem suspicious.
There are too many unexplained circumstances here, but why stand around and worrying about it? All the answers we need are a few simple questions away. I call out to Labyrs.
Labyrs, how did you escape all the way here?
The true culprit is the moon god, makes sense.
I was inside a chamber and...
Yeah, we still actually don't know about that at all after all of these stories, which is really strange. We've gone through so many. And yet it's still not there.
Get back!
Pretty crazy. Shout a warning to everyone in the area. Labyrs immediately reaches for the large axe on her back and brandishes it.
What a pain.
I have to protect Chie and the other civilians. I immediately take step forward. Okay, so this is still the same. This is a different situation than our earlier battle. Since Labyrs can now use her persona, this is going to be a much more difficult fight. Doubt and hesitation swirl around my mind and cloud my thoughts.
You got it.
Finally bound my hand to a fist and extend it towards my opponent. Wah! And I reiterate my vow.
I will protect you no matter what.
And round 3, fight! Wow, we're so fast! Done already.
Looks like I managed to keep her intact.
She still seems to be under control of someone else. Do we have to strike down the one controlling her? But where could they be controlling Labyrs from? Just as I prepare to check the surrounding area for any outside presences, a voice echoes from somewhere.
You resorted to your fists in the end, after all. That's why people say your strength is fake.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, oopsie whoopsie.
What is that?
Akihiko's a toopsie poopsie.
Whoa! Is that Akihiko-san's shadow?
Yes, it is. Oh. While the others are staring, he coldly...
You go on and on about resolve and whatnot. What have you been doing these past few years? Just training yourself to fight better, that's all. You haven't grown at all as a person. You're still running from your fear of losing people, just like before.
Yikes.
So you are watching us. Looks like the mastermind of this thing has a lot of time to kill.
Huh? Mastermind?
He's taken aback by my taunt, but continues on.
What are you talking about? I came from the sea of your soul. Enough. Do you think you rattle me with that tired old theme?
There's nothing rising within me. My heart is completely placid.
Then, rise again, my puppet. Dance until you shatter.
My shadow orders the fallen Labyrs to stand. As if a puppet on strings, Labyrs responds to the shadow's command.
Looks like you've shown your stripes already. That power proves you're not my shadow. So what? You still have no choice but to suffer. Unless you destroy this thing, it will keep rising up and attacking you all. What will you do?
It has to be a character we know.
Sad to say, but this show is over.
What?
It means we won't fall for the same trick again. Yamagishi, now!
Just as Mitsuru's voice sounds, the ominous presence lurking within Labyrs was repelled. Turns out the person who Mitsuru contacted before entering the TV world was Fuka. I see. Her persona abilities could disrupt the control on Labyrs without her having to enter this world.
Are you all okay?
Whoa! Fuka Yamagishi, she's a friend of ours who helped us greatly in the battle 3 years ago. She has an analytical persona, and she's herself is a whiz at digging up useful information. Look at how pretty she is. She's fucking gorgeous.
Is this like Rise-chan's persona? Wait, where is she?
This feeling. What the?
She's really pretty.
Voice. It's not coming from in here. Whoever it is out there.
Seriously? She can use hers in the real world? That's amazing.
That's not your shadow, Akihiko-senpai. It's just a fake mimicking your appearance.
She's so pretty!
Very impressive to guess correctly from such a long distance away.
I like her brain.
You must be the one behind all this. You stole Labyrs and threw her into a TV. You were after persona users from the start. That's why you chose this school and tampered with Labyrs' memories. And you just demonstrated how you controlled those hijackers.
Why did you go after these students? What are you up to? Personas and shadows are one and the same. If I poison your hearts, I can recruit shadows with unparalleled strength.
Wait, what? You mean turn our personas back to shadows?
The heart is frail. Its weaknesses are never fully vanquished. Given the opportunity, it can betray you and return to darkness. Old wounds that you thought you had overcome opened once again. You almost let go of your hearts, your personas. This one's desire to make people suffer was perfectly suited for such a plan.
Plan?
You caused all this to gather strong shadows?
Why would you do such a thing?
All the loose ends are finally getting tied up. I glare at the enemy as he smugly reveals his grand scheme.
That's enough. I see now that there's no room for any more excuses.
I pull out my evoker. I can perform a summoning without this now, but I still couldn't just let it go. It serves as a constant reminder of those days fighting as a part of Seas. So I don't forget the joy, the sorrow, and the losses from those days. I point the muzzle to my head, just like I used to. The feeling of cold metal, the easy trigger pull.
You said before that I couldn't cast aside my fears.
Felt that I didn't care if I lived or if I died. Wanted all the power I could manage. Whether my disregard for my own life was because I secretly wanted someone to punish me, or because I wanted someone stronger than I to forgive me and allow me to live. In either case, my resolution is no longer the same.
I'll tell you something. People who have no fears end up dying early or throwing their lives away. My determination coexists with my fears. I know that death and loss are always close by.
I squeeze the trigger of my evoker. A nostalgic sensation. I was just a kid 3 years ago whenever I laid my life on the line. But now, though, I can't allow myself to die. In my heart, I know that I cannot lose this fight. I've accumulated all this power to protect others. I'm risking my life in order to stay alive and to keep my friends safe. That is my current determination.
You still say you're my shadow?
If a shadow is just another form of one's persona, then...
My determination would never leave my side.
I don't know. I keep thinking about the mastermind. I doubt... Okay, things that I think. Okay. Let's try to, like, put it together while we watch this battle. Things that I think. It has to be a character that we already know. I highly doubt they would introduce a brand new character, like, at the last minutes of the game, you know? So, I think it's a character that we know. I think it's more likely a character that's in Persona 4 than in Persona 3. So if I look at, like, the pool of Persona 4 characters, that limits who it could be to. Because I don't think it would be Persona 3. I don't think it would be a Persona 3 person. So if I go in that line of thinking where it's like, it's more likely to be a Persona 4 person that we know, it's definitely Dojima. I'm just kidding. Probably Adachi. I'm just messing with you.
I didn't think you'd resist this fiercely.
I don't know how that would make sense though, but like, yeah, it honestly, I don't know, man. It's Dojima. It's Dojima. Nonchalantly carries on while it's still wearing my face.
This is fine with me. Good enough for my purposes. I've confirmed you have enough power
definitely
to meet
Nanako.
my expectations.
Nah, Dojima. Dojima, definitely.
Good enough, my ass.
Who do you think you are? You're really pissing me off!
Or this whole time it's, you know what? I really shouldn't roll out Persona 3 characters. I keep fucking around.
I doubted there'd be any meaning in changing my appearance.
What if it's
But
Kurosawa?
Sure enough, it made for a very
He's been a little
enjoyable
sus
game.
this whole time. Alright?
I will see you in another guise next time. Just wait until then.
Kurosawa. That's it. It's because the cheekbones. The cheekbones are kind of sus, chat. I immediately closed the gap between myself and him, but with a final smirk, he disappeared. All that remains is his laughter.
Yamagishi!
The reading disappeared. It didn't move, it just vanished. What could this mean?
Back to square one again.
Bullshit! Don't you ever come back again!
Still, what was it planning on using our persona powers for?
It hasn't given up, right? And we'll see it again.
Based on what it said, I have every reason to assume that it'll return. The enemy's objectives are still mostly unclear, but we don't even know who he is. We do have a lead, though. I look towards Mitsuru and Igus. Though I cannot say that I can't say this in front of the students. The fact that the mastermind knew about Labyrs is a big clue. We're most likely dealing with someone related to Kirijo. Oh man, there goes my Dojima theory!
Wait,
Fuck!
but it kinda said it was still after us.
Of course, you should be aware that the enemy is out there. Akihiko only means that there is no need to abandon your lives to pursue it. We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you.
So I'm completely
That is,
wrong.
after
It's
all,
not a
our
Persona
duty.
4 character. It must be a Persona 3 character? That seems really weird. Because I don't understand why a Persona 4 character would know about Labyrs and like the robots and anti-shadow weapons. That doesn't make sense. So my line of thinking is ass.
Go on, huh?
Basically. Alright, so who in Persona 3 could it be? Maybe. I got it.
I'm glad things went well. Oh, But first, it's good to see you again. This is becoming a real reunion.
I got it, Chet. It's Koromaru. As Fuka looks behind her to the back seat, Mitsuru and Aiga smile at each other. Even for those of us who fought that battle 3 years ago, journeying into a world inside a TV to retrieve a robot still sounds absurd. It's either Koromaru or it's Tanaka. One of the two.
They were certainly a lively bunch to the very end.
You know what? It's more likely to be Tanaka. You want to know why Tanaka's super sus? Because he's in all the Persona games. He lives on. Persona 3, Persona 4, Persona 5. Dude, super sus. It's definitely Tanaka.
Do you regret parting with them?
A little. But it's only a matter of time. I promised Chie and the rest that I'd definitely come back.
I'm so confused. If I stay with the Shadow Operatives, I can accomplish those things. Those are her words. She has formed bonds, but rather than depending on them, she'd rather push forward. This must be why she's able to overcome a past filled with more grief than any ordinary person's. Her resolve is amazing, and Labyrs isn't the only one who gained a new determination in these lands either. In order to speak of my own resolve, I straightened myself to face Mitsuru.
Mitsuru, may I talk to you?
What is it? It's unlike you to be so formal.
This won't be any time soon, but I'm thinking of leaving the Shadow Operatives eventually.
What? Huh?
Fuka doesn't seem as hard hit as the other members, but even she's looking at me with confusion in her eyes. This is actually something that I'd been thinking about from the very beginning. These feelings have been smoldering inside me ever since I received my first mission. I've finally found an avenue to direct these feelings. Mitsuru seems to realize that this is something that I've given a lot of thought to and responds in a business-like manner.
May I ask why?
There's something I want to do now. I can't do it while I'm part of an unofficial group like this.
Sorry, I'll stop. I want to be someone that they can rely on. Acts of violence that caused me great loss. It was an ordinary police officer. Right now, I'm forced to turn a blind eye to the plights of some people as long as I have to carry out my obligations as a member of the Shadow Operatives. I won't be able to help them. I'm going to have to forego protecting some of the smaller things in order to deal with the larger missions. This case helped me realize that I don't want to give up on those smaller things. I want to protect them.
I see. I think you would be well suited to it, Akihiko-san.
Becoming a police officer to protect one city would be great too. I'm not against working my way through official channels to become a force for security. A greater power is required to protect a larger area, and that power can't just come from my fists. There are greater and intangible powers in society as well. It wouldn't be a bad idea to work my way into the upper echelon as a government official either. Then again, I don't know if I'm cut out for all that bureaucratic stuff. Mitsuru has been quietly taking in all my musings and interrupted my train of thought with some surprising words.
Of all the things you were going to say, that's it?
What do you mean, that's it? Even I know it's pretty ordinary, but...
Whether you man a police box or become a career officer, you should do it. And if you do, then I'll consider your circumstances, to an extent, whenever I need you.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
For a moment, I couldn't understand what Mitsuru meant.
Oh, wait, are you planning on making me belong to 2 departments at once? You wouldn't use the Kirijo name for that, would you?
Bite your tongue? I won't do anything. But even if I don't, it'll happen on its own. You underestimate the organization's need for you. Leaving that aside, if you're going to wish to become something like that, then there's something you need to do first.
Oh, yeah?
You're right. I need to train more and...
No, I meant going back to college.
I need to train! Yeah, your brain, Akihiko. Like college. Train your brain, not your muscles. Your brain. Your brain's a muscle. Wait, brain's a muscle, right? No? Yes?
Do not worry,
I think the brain is
Akihiko-san.
considered a muscle.
I will calculate the units and time necessary for graduating and plan the most effective curriculum for you.
I'll be counting on you, I guess. I've been thinking this for a while now, but Akihiko seems to need someone to manage him.
I'm honored.
Another trial for me to face.
Someone's in trouble.
Aww. Labyrs interjects with a joke at my expense and starts laughing. It's an organ. Oh, brain is an organ. There you go. Even more reason. Yeah, I went to school. I know that. Pfft. Labyrs quickly formed new bonds in Inaba, and she will surely continue to form new bonds when she works with the Shadow Operatives. One's heart changes through encountering others. It's the same whether your heart is covered with muscle or metal. Even if the culprit behind this incident were to appear again, he'd be no match for my new determination. The weather is great today. The day's cloudless sky is a perfect metaphor for my new resolve. Thinking about how fitting the situation is makes me laugh to myself. After all this traveling, I finally feel like I've taken a step forward. And scene? That's it. That's Akihiko, man. No, okay. I think the next one we're gonna do is probably Mitsuru? Either Mitsuru or Aigis or Kanji. Fuck, I want to do all of them. Well, we're gonna do all of them. Aigis is 3.5 hours long. Holy fuck. Mitsuru's is 3 hours long. I hate this game. This game is stupid. God dang it. But okay, so the good thing, chat, so the game keeps on referring to the true culprit as a he, right? So that means it can't be Nanako. Got him.
Good morning, Crystal. I'm on vacation today and enjoying your stream and a nice cup of coffee.
Thank you so much for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Forensics team! What the hell is...
What the fuck? Oh my god! Woo! Forensics team! Oh my god! You guys are all awake now, right? I'm certainly awake. Holy shit, bruh. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, that was clearly what the crystalline mass was, squatting in the spot where a window clerk normally stood. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna skip a lot of this. A chill ran down the man's spine. There's people with a thought that instinctively came to mind. Was this the reason he couldn't hear anyone else's voice?
What's going on?
What is up with this fucking audio, bro? Why does it sound like the guy's eating his fucking microphone?
Is everyone awake now?
I think everyone's awake. Thank you for 100 bits. Oh god. Ugh. The knob was completely frozen in place. Oh no!
Is anyone here? Hey, let me out!
This is so bad. The man slammed his fist against the door, yelling in desperation. The sensation he felt when his fist impacted the surface was that of hitting a door. Woo! Jesus Christ. Oh boy, I think this was a mistake. Is that the video or the game? I don't know. I don't know if it's the video or the game. I hope it's not the fucking game. I can lower it down a little bit. Still no idea what was going on. It was immediately apparent that it was directly related to the current situation. Trying to get a general idea for what's happening right now. The ring has the potential.
Right now.
What?
Where had the voice come from?
I'll be there to rescue you shortly. Calm yourself and wait there.
Game? When the man calmed himself, he realized that it wasn't a voice. What the heck?
Who's there?
Oh, pardon me. This is Mitsuru Kirijo. We met earlier.
Low-key, high-key, this man is hot. He kind of is, and I'd agree. Is he attractive looking? Got you. This guy's the main culprit. It's him. He's the bad guy. The eldest daughter of the Kirijo group's founding family. He noted that her voice had been far calmer than his, despite the situation. You know what? Oh, never mind. That's not a valid argument. I was gonna give the argument that, wait, the bad guy has to be a Persona 4 person, because otherwise the Persona 3 people don't know about throwing people into TV, right? There's that fact. Like, the mastermind behind all of this threw Labyrs into TV. So it has to be someone that has the knowledge of throwing people in a TV, right? But the Persona 3 characters have no idea about throwing people in a TV.
Kirijo, huh?
I might be onto something. So maybe it is a Persona 4 character. But none of the Persona 4 characters have ties to the Kirijo group, so I literally am stuck. I'm stuck. It's Dojima. My default go-to person is Dojima. Yes, it's Dojima.
Cultish nonsense in pursuit of their ambitions.
God, why is this audio so bad? Okay, over the last... Yes. Reports an investigation every time the investigation came up due to this. Kirijo group is suspicious. They're kinda sus. It's the video, not the game? Okay. Well. What one are we watching? We're watching that one. Let's watch this one instead. So where are we? Okay. See if that helps. Yeah. I feel like this one's gonna be a lot better. Wasn't long before the Kirijo car arrived. I can probably turn up the volume a lot too. Okay. I'm not gonna go too much. I don't want your ears to be blasted when someone starts talking. When the representative stepped out of the limousine, she was known to be a beautiful young woman, no older than a university student. Mitsuru out here flexing. I'm the culprit? What the fuck, chat?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I am Mitsuru Kirijo, representing the Kirijo group. It's nice to meet you.
Am I really that sus? Okay, this is a much better video. Okay. Yes?
She's the
Chat, I would never throw anyone in the TV. The TV is not a horny jail, okay? I can throw people in other places.
Today would be the leader of this new unit, but I thought it was supposed to be some hardcore armed response team, and she's
alright.
This is better than some meathead.
Shut up and hold your position.
Crystal's the killer. No! I would throw Teddy inside a TV, but that doesn't mean I did it. Alright? Alright.
Roger, sir.
Oh, God. Few that came in oversized metallic containers. Why is my throat so scratched? Ugh.
We let them hamstring our procedures. Besides, I can't think of anything they could send us that we couldn't handle. Unless there's real monsters inside these things.
Me wearing the Morgana Kigu as the final boss. My Morgana Kigu is still sitting on my table. Since I made it last week, it has not actually moved from my table. Is that sad? Probably. I should probably, like, move it at some point. You know, hang it up in my line of Kigus that I have. Couldn't contain the excitement he felt. For 10 years, the darkness of the Kirijo group has been a frustrating legend. Like mist between the department's fingers. A chance to investigate and expose them was here at last. We're going to take down the Kirijo group. Man tried to tamp down his exhilaration and took another look at the small box he held. There's no upper lid. What kind of research produced these? Just the man who was about to hand the box to the window clerk. He saw a wedding ring, the clerk's finger, and came to a realization.
Are these rings?
Wow.
We're not sure yet.
Meant to be jewelry. Okay. Moment that unlikely possibility came to mind, the man felt somewhat embarrassed by his ignorance of fashion and accessories. Good job. As soon as he reached for the small box to put the ring back inside, darkness suddenly fell.
Please step away from the door.
The stranger, it seemed, How did she know that he was so close to the door when she wasn't even in the room? Suddenly a chill filled the area. The evidence was there in front of them. He could hear a slight knocking sound followed by a crack forming in the center. The door bucked under its own weight and crumbled with a sound that was like building blocks being pushed over. Chat, you're killing me. Oh god. She walked over to the man with exquisite nonchalance. At her side was one of the maids she brought.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Forensics team!
Warning, but it seems to have gone unheeded.
The man looked towards the ring shining on his finger.
Then this happened because we touched that box? What is this thing?
That ring gives its bearer an unstable form of pseudo-potential and allows anyone to experience the Dark Hour.
The Dark Hour?
What the fuck?
The box itself seems to be a failed recreation of the Dark Hour. The effect radius is small, and it malfunctions when improperly handled.
Okay. We know about the Dark Hour.
So you're saying those stories in that document, that occult-sounding stuff was actually for real?
For real? Yeah. I hope this guy gets a name. He's just public security, man.
Who's there?
What emerged from the darkness was the young recruit who had greeted the guests earlier and had been helping with bringing in the artifacts. The young man was staggering as if severely drunk.
Chief! Hey, are you all right?
The man began to rush to his side, but the Kirijo woman silently stopped him. She stood between the two, as if protecting the man.
What? He's my...
Before he could finish, a surprising change overtook the recruit. The recruit fell to the ground with an agonizing scream. Electronic substance began flowing from his every orifice. Yikes. Oh no. Oh no. Its appearance showed clear signs that it possessed some malevolent will.
This is a shadow.
A little creepy.
That it is. It's a monster that dwells in every person's heart. They usually can't manifest themselves this way, but it's quite common to see it happen during the Dark Hour.
So the research to make this happen artificially, that's what Kirijo has been experimenting with.
That did seem to be the extent of it, at the start.
At the start? The man couldn't prevent himself from shuddering to imagine the implications of her statement. Half-liquefied shadow suddenly took the form of some fell beast, but where the face should have been was nothing but a mask, giving it the bizarre appearance of two creatures stitched together. The young woman, for her part, seemed not in the least perturbed.
Kikuno, my things, please.
Kikuno? Oh, that's the maid? I thought that was the public security officer's name. The maid gets a name, but not the poor security officer?
You're going to fight it?
Stay back. This will all be over soon.
Feels bad, man. That moment, as if understanding their conversation, the shadow squared itself and leapt towards the young woman. An amateur like her could never react in time. Wow! However...
Artemisia!
Dang, he underestimates the power of Mitsuru. She could never take him on. At a word from the young woman, some unseen force slammed the shadow against the wall. The man momentarily doubted its own eyes, For it hadn't been the woman who repelled the monster, but a silhouette that suddenly appeared behind her. It looked as though the being enveloped in sublime light, contrasting the shadow's dark glow, was a woman wearing a majestic dress. Yep. Upon impact, the frozen enemy shattered like it had been crystallized sugar rather than ice. The victory was so one-sided that the man hesitated to call it a battle.
Are you all right?
Okay.
Your fallen employee's life is in no danger, but he'll be very weak. Make sure he gets to a hospital. Should I make the arrangements?
No, I should at least handle that. It is a public security matter.
With a nod, the young woman approached the small box and manipulated it in a way he couldn't quite catch. The eerie, yellow-green light began to fade. Moments later, the silence and darkness faded. The world had become restored. Whoa! There's a stir of movement in the room. Forensics team!
I'd be shocked too if I were them.
Sorry, I've gotten to a point where I'm quick reading. It occurred to him that if normal people couldn't sense the dark hour, that the sudden change in circumstances may have seemed to them like some magic trick.
But this place is off limits to all unauthorized personnel. Hey, what's going on here?
The forensic staff looked at the
It's all right.
man helplessly.
We had a little emergency.
Oh.
That aside, halt all examination of the relics they brought in. We'll wait for further instructions from the Kirijo group.
Huh? But you said...
If there are any boxes that are closed, don't force them open. Not if you don't want to come face to face with monsters.
Leaving the frowning forensics team behind, the man quickly went into the hallway with the Kirijo
I have to
woman.
thank you for your help. And about the conference, I'll join in as well. It's been arranged so nothing you say would get through to the higher-ups.
I can play
Are
fighting
you
games,
saying you will
chat.
reconsider
It's not
your
that I'm
plans?
incapable, I just don't like them.
I can't overlook anything as serious as this. I wouldn't be doing my
I don't
job
have
as
fun
public
playing fighting
security
games.
if I did.
And at the end of the day, it's about
Make
fun.
no mistake, the things I saw today
I want
are
to enjoy
proof
what
of
I
the
do.
sins the Kirijo group is committed. They can't be punished under the law, but now that they're known,
Emerald, thank you so much for the 2 months. I
made in
appreciate it.
some
I hope you
shape
keep
or
enjoying the emotes. Thank you for the support.
Indeed. I never intended anything less.
You really put one over on us this time.
Hmm?
Oh, there's no need to be coy. What happened today was no accident, was it? We'd never have believed the reports unless we saw it in person. That's why such a dangerous box had no lid. Am I wrong?
There was no lid. That's not possible. That box was classified as risk level 3. It should have been securely fastened.
The young woman fell silent, then gasped and gave the maid walking silently beside her a look.
Kikuno.
Us guys in public security have a reputation for being tough. But it seems like you guys are no slouches yourselves.
What's a risk level 1? A cat being stuck in a tree. Inauguration of the special unit that would be in time be nicknamed as the Shadow Operatives. Shadow operatives, I'm quite fond of the name. Not that I normally pay much heed to these things, but in this case, I admit to be pleased. Those who operate in the shadows. Aha! Could also mean this indispensable, albeit unrewarded job for society. They work in the shadows, the secret heroes, the shadow operatives. The first anniversary of the establishment. It seems a full-scale case. All right, cool. Moving
Fighting
on.
is not our first option, but I'd be more reassured with you there. We have a general idea of where it was taken, the Inaba area, where there were reports of suspected shadow activity last year.
You wish that guy was a new character? The police officer? Yeah! He was cool, bro.
I'll send you the precise location later. Sorry to call when you just returned from a trip, but I'm relying on your assistance.
That's Nato on the phone! Okay, because we saw the flip side.
He's only just returned and he's going directly to the location from the airport. Akihiko never changes.
Just kidding! The man I was on the phone with just now was Akihiko Sanada. He's one of the non-permanent staff. Akihiko's an excellent Persona user. I admire his strict determination to never neglect his training, but the extreme lengths he go to can be rather inconvenient. Give this man some protein! After entering college, he accepted my invitation to be one of the founding shadow operatives, but it was his actions afterward that went above and beyond. Sure, I'll join. Sounds like Akihiko is traveling the entire world. Traveling back to Japan to take part in the operation. I guess is known for blonde hair and piercing blue eyes. Sweet girl on the outside, but she was what it takes to be an important member on our squad.
Will we be able to find Labyrs?
Whoa! Aigis in a
sister.
suit! Aigis in a suit! Aigis in a suit! Sorry. Damn. When I look over at Aigis, her eyes are cast downward with a worried expression.
Will we be able to save her? Isn't that what you really want to ask?
Aigis in a suit! Aigis in a suit! There's a possibility that we will have to fight Labyrs. Knowing that, it's not a great leap to imagine that in the worst case, she may have to be destroyed. I guess looks good in a suit. Just saying.
Don't worry. As I mentioned to Akihiko, fighting Labyrs is not our priority.
Aikihiko. Aikihiko. There are so many typos in this game.
Shadow operative team
It's
is
astounding.
To save lives.
It's like every 5 minutes there's a typo.
Whatever it takes, and bring her back. We can do this.
Yes. I'm sorry to be so pessimistic.
Those feelings you have for Labyrs, you should tell her when you see her.
I will.
Monitor showing certain data that is under multiple redundant encryptions. Confidential matters. There is, in fact, a reason I'm reviewing these materials that are normally securely done. 2 days ago, on May 1st, I was unexpectedly dragged into a serious incident. Okay. The case itself was resolved quickly and all the culprits arrested. Hijacker's true motive wasn't terrorism or political demands, but was surprised to find they were really after the cargo. It was a sealed box with an ergonomics research lab that was transporting the Yakushima on that flight. Yeah, we know about that. Okay, the custody, none of them have any memory of carrying out the crime. Someone was pulling their strings, very probably using uncommon methods. Considering that Puppet Master was targeting shadow-related cargo, I doubt they'll be easy to deal with. Labyrs was stolen. Lost in an accident. We know little about Labyrs. She is an android, most likely a female version, just like Aigis. Instead of weapons loadout, she seems to have fitted with some kind of experimental equipment. Okay. We were... Thanks to our collaborators' quick wit. Thanks to Naoto. Once the preparations to depart are complete, or I'll head there myself. My mind wanders a bit. Now is not the time to be bound by the past. Yeah! I suddenly notice that Aigis has been staring at me worriedly. I give her a smile and stand up decisively. From the situation, or so I thought. Imagine driving in a limousine and people are staring at you when you're in a countryside, riding in a limousine. I wonder why they're staring.
Mitsuru-san, our activities are supposed to be undercover, correct?
Yes.
For undercover missions, it will be necessary to keep all personnel and vehicles from being noticed.
Right.
Mitsuru-san.
Just ride in a regular, you know what?
To say for a while now.
I can see Mitsuru be one of those women that ride on the back of a motorcycle. You know what? Who needs a limousine when you can just, you know, ride on the back of someone's motorcycle? I've actually wanted to say something along those lines to those around me for a while. No, wait, no. All
I told them was to give us a car with enough space.
Our contact has arrived.
The man approaching us is someone whose cooperation I specifically requested. Detective Kurosawa! Anyway.
You want to know how I did it?
I guess it's very straightforward. You gotta love it. You gotta love whenever someone just gives you a simple answer of no. He mentions out loud that if Aigis still speaks in that stiff formal manner, either she's getting too human and is developing habits, or she's doing it on purpose. Honestly.
We appreciate your cooperation, Detective Kurosawa.
Kurosawa is the main bad guy.
And Aigis, was it?
It's him.
Indeed. It has been a while.
I didn't miss the no chat. I heard it. Now the Shadow Operas are officially recognized, he's in their good graces again. A man who can be trusted beyond the confines of his station to solve a case, even going so far as to bend the rules, is a rare breed. He's a rare breed of villain! Just kidding. Kurosawa is not a villain. Even though his cheekbones look fucking deadly. Ugh.
I shouldn't make you stand while we talk. Please, get in.
Sorry. I haven't seen you in a while, so I had a lot to say.
You must understand that we are trying to go incognito. Kind of him not to point out that our vehicle and attire are completely unsuited to that goal as he enters the limousine. He sits and does not even wait until the door is closed before getting to the point.
I found out quite a bit regarding the case you had me look into. First, I reviewed the report on the incidents from last year. One of the suspects mentioned the word persona.
So what went on here last year?
It's probably related, but I wasn't done there. Parts of this guy's testimony were even more outlandish. If you can take what's in the record at face value, it seems persona users can enter TVs within the Inaba region.
So he knew.
Enter TVs? What does that mean?
Kurosawa was looking pretty sus.
Just what it sounds like. You physically stick your body into the screen and go inside. He claimed there was another world in the TV, and dropping people inside it was the method behind last year's murders.
This all sounds rather absurd. I'm surprised it was included in the police report.
I got in touch with the detective in charge at the time and said the same thing. Apparently the report was filed by a young partner of his at the time. He'd entertained the wildest testimonies like this one.
He sounds like quite the oddball.
This is what really went on. The police would have had no chance cracking it.
Thank you for gifting a sub to make a crazy
was
pain.
one
I
shrewd
appreciate
guy.
it.
Even with all the supernatural hocus pocus surrounding the case, he caught the culprit.
Yeah, we caught the culprit. Shadow operatives aren't public knowledge, so I thought that the local police would be more willing to speak with him, but the results surpassed my expectations. Though it is slightly frustrating to already run up against something I'm powerless to achieve myself.
That's all I have for you right now. I should be going. I doubt either of us has time to reminisce over the old days. It's funny, though. I thought the fighting was over, but you guys surprise me every time I see you.
Thank you very much, Officer Kurosawa. Why don't we at least see you off?
Oh, that's all right. I've got my own car. I doubt my department would appreciate your tastes.
Huh.
If I ever showed up for work in something like this, I'd be the talk of the force until the day I retire.
Kurosawa's jokes with us before exiting the limousine, waving casually back at us. I had nothing to say to that as I watched him leave, rotating his shoulders to work out some kinks. Oh, limousines just aren't my style.
Mitsuru-san, this could be bad. Our sense of social aptitude is in question.
Can't deny that.
What should we do now?
Yes. First, we'll need to test the claim that Persona users can enter TVs.
We're at a junkyard after all. I can see a number of consumer electronics that have been discarded illegally.
There is a discarded TV over there. If the environment does not matter, we can use it to test the phenomenon.
No.
Wait, I guess.
Don't worry. I'm just going to touch it.
Not what I was worried about. Agus isn't wearing anything like a disguise, and no, I'm overthinking this. We're already attracted enough attention. Even if we leave now without doing anything, our pictures could still end up on the internet. Oh my god, imagine getting routed out on the internet. Yu Narukami just rolls up to school one day. He walks down the riverbank. He turns to his left. He's like, what the fuck? Why is there a giant limousine here? Takes a picture of it. Gotta post this shit online. Boom. Outed.
Interesting. It's exactly as the police report said. What's it like inside? Do you feel anything?
Not particularly. No. Wait a moment. It's the same as mine. It's hard to say definitively since this is my first encounter with it, but I believe this reading is from a personality module.
Does that mean our retrieval target is inside the TV?
Huh. Sounds like fun.
Oh, there he is. About damn time.
Is that Akihiko?
Interesting.
I bury my face in my palm.
Akihiko, what on earth are you wearing? Just what were you doing overseas?
Didn't I tell you that I was on a training expedition?
Don't tell me you came here from the airport like that. Does the concept of keeping a low profile mean nothing to you?
Mitsuru-san, I believe we have lost the right to complain about that.
That's it. I'm never mentioning the subject of our appearance again.
Anyway, we can
Called
go
out
inside
by
from that
Agus.
TV, right? What are we waiting for?
Still the same Akihiko. We don't know the situation inside yet, and we'll need a secure means of getting out.
I guess it's so savage.
So what? If we want to get this Labyrs back, someone has to go inside, right?
Well, that's...
Our target hijacked a plane to throw her into a TV in this town. If we sit on our hands, it's possible we'll be put in serious danger.
I'm so confused. I think it has to be a P4 character behind
We're
this.
different from how we used to
But it
be.
makes no sense
We made the
because
choice
no
to fight
P4
shadows
character
as
would know
professionals.
about the Kirijo group.
That's why I traveled around
Mine
the
is,
world
like,
and trained
not,
harder
though.
than ever. And now that something's
Nato's
actually
the true
come up, you're
culprit.
hesitating?
Just kidding.
We agreed to do this. I'm ready to stake my life on the mission.
Yosuke, check this out. Out by the riverside junkyard, this limo pulled up. Then this lady in a fur coat walked out of the limo with a gun, and then were approached by a shirtless homeless guy in a cape.
That's a pretty good scenario. Oh, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate it.
All right. Wait right here. I need to go make a phone call first.
And also Mitsuru being done with Akihiko's shit.
Make it quick.
Mitsuru's definitely done. Alright, bring up the contact list. A world inside a TV. I don't know what it might be like in there. I do know someone that could help us. I was originally going to ask their help after Labyrs. But nope. Now I've taken all possible precautions. The rest is a test of our resolve. Alright, same cutscene. We going in. I remember being enveloped in a white light, but what came afterwards is unclear. Is this the world inside the TV? Oddly enough, the sight before me seems to be the main gate of the school.
Yasagami High School. I do recall that name from our map of Inaba. An existing high school has been completely recreated inside the TV?
Yeah, it's a little silly. We've encountered something like this before. Sticky atmosphere, labyrinth of Tartarus. That was a battleground 3 years ago. There's a lot of similarity to this place.
Where are the others? Akihiko! I guess.
Being separated won't do anything to further our mission. Perhaps I can use my communication power to get in touch with them. Busted.
I can't reach them through my persona either. This place is highly unusual.
Still barely functioning, but the noise here is severe. I'll need to understand this world a little bit better and find a quiet place to concentrate. As I check my surroundings again for any enemies, I hear the sound of footsteps. Or the sound of enemy. Oh! Yukiko first? Delay a connection to the theft of Labyrs. Confused by my appearance. Seems that even here in another dimension, people are startled by my attire. At least her reaction allayed my suspicions. People reveal something about themselves when they're caught off guard. Anyone in the act of committing a crime couldn't fake being perplexed so naturally.
Did I surprise you? I suppose my outfit is somewhat unusual.
Yeah, a little bit, Mitsuru.
Oh, no.
Why are you here?
Well,
Students appear, and we gon' fight.
Hello! This is General Teddy, your benevolent dictator!
And I, Rosette, am your commentator. It's time for the next round in the P1 Grand Prix. Are you ready to fight?
Smoke pours around us. The spotlight shines from somewhere directly upon me. I shield my eyes.
Ooh, it's a mysterious, beautiful lady.
Oh boy.
How unexpected! Unexpected!
And he broke. You know that bear the monitor showing the one in the costume calling itself General Teddy suddenly fuzzes over with static. The static gets worse and worse. Until an eerily expressionless bear costume that looks as though it forgot how to make facial expressions appears on screen. The voice is the same as before, but his tone is harsh and mechanical now.
Case 04, unintended intruder. Entering elimination process.
That is very
What is that
creepy.
supposed to mean? Ugh, what's going on?
As soon as the abnormality registers, I feel a bizarre noise that's like something scratching against my whole body. Was that some kind of attack? It didn't seem to have any effect on me, but the girl standing beside me underwent quite a change.
You! Who do you think you are, showing up alone like this?
What?
It's no use trying to talk your way out of it. There's nothing to discuss. You don't even try to understand anyone anyway. If you want to wall yourself off from everyone, I'll be happy to end your lonely life here.
Shit. Yukiko savage.
You won't be so smug for long. Come, Konohana Sakuya!
A persona? We won't be settling this peacefully, I see. In which case...
I ready my evoker and concentrate.
To me, Artemisia.
Power rises from within me. The sensation in my limbs tells me that my persona has emerged. My hand holding the evoker is still at my side. My persona, did it just appear without the use of my evoker to trigger it? Did I summon it only by thinking? Theoretically, one doesn't need an evoker to summon one's persona. It's as if my consciousness is reaching far beyond the boundaries of my body. By way of analogy, it feels like being able to control the wind with my fingertips. This world is special? The girl's voice brings me back to the situation at hand.
Sorry, but I won't be defeated either.
Well, battle's done. Good job.
An irregularity has occurred. Multiple intruders acknowledged as valid targets.
He's going to adjust his tactics for dealing with us to our various strengths. The way he said that seems like a bad omen.
Valid targets?
I'm very OP.
To let me know if you want to get in on the fun. But this is a unique situation, and you're one hot mama, so I'll make an exception. Just keep putting on a good show in your next bout, too.
Who are you? Why don't you take off that strange costume and show your face?
Hey now, I don't think a lady walking around in a cat suit like yours can talk to me about my bear suit. Enough with the question. Move on.
We ignore the hot mama the comment. You know, there's part of my brain that just like wants to ignore that it didn't happen.
Fine. I'll get a read on your location.
I quickly link my communicator and persona. Some personas are more suited to operational support than direct combat. My power is secondary, focus my consciousness, send it drifting throughout the surrounding area. The enemy must think he's keeping an eye on us, but he'll learn soon enough that he's not the only one with a bird's eye view of the situation. In an instant, they turn into something like silhouettes that barely have human shapes. It seems that their true colors have been exposed. Are they not human?
What? Were they shadows? If they were, I don't sense any hostility from them. Were they just set dressing that thing in the costume prepared?
Apparently this disturbance isn't so serious that the large crowd that cheering implied was made up entirely of people who entered the TV. which leaves it a mystery, but it may be best to consider it a blessing.
In any case, it appears that apart from this girl here, none of those students were real.
Oh, Yukiko's awake. She seems to be more than just an associate of one of the, in the bear costume. The moment the girl sees me, she jumps back like a startled animal.
How come you knew about that?
About what?
That was private. I never even told anyone at the inn about that.
What did Mitsuru say to you?
I can't believe someone I've never even met before knew.
The girl covers her reddened face in shame. I try and think back to what I said to her. Did I point out anything that would cause such a reaction? One detail jumps out at me. When the girl's manner of speech shifted before our battle, it wasn't just her personality that abruptly changed. Though we had just met, she talked as if she knew more than she should about my past.
That reminds me. That noise I sensed earlier is gone.
Yukiko, what did...
It seems to have been some kind of interference from the enemy. Come to think of it, that
Did
bear
Mitsuru
was
say to
egging us
her?
on. The interference must have been to ensure two total strangers would fight. General Teddy, was it? He looked comical enough, but he certainly put an elaborate scheme in motion.
No! How could Teddy...
She seems to have finally calmed down and continues muttering with a perplexed expression.
You know the one in costume, I take it?
Oh, I know him very well. He's usually not like this at all.
Her cooking sucks. Everybody knows
I'm
that,
Mitsuru
though.
Kirijo.
What's like a
I've
deep,
come
dark
here in
secret
search
that
of a unique
Yukiko knows that
object.
she's never told anyone?
Why don't we start over? If you don't mind.
Oh, her
I'd
love
like
for
to hear a little about
Chie.
yourself.
Oh, it's gotta be that.
Oh, my name's Yukiko Amagi. I'm sorry for losing my composure just now.
She's never come out
So,
to anyone, so
why
it
did
makes
you come to
perfect
this
sense.
world?
Where to start? So many strange things happened over the last year.
Definitely. This world is prominent in a serial murder case.
A realm inside a TV, formed by people's thoughts. It sounds absurd, but that would explain the incongruity I sensed when I used my persona.
We thought the case had been solved, but lately there's been another strange program on the air. My friends and I couldn't ignore that, so we came back here.
Your friends? Are there others here besides yourself?
Yes, I was with 3 other people, but we got separated when we entered. The one in costume and the girl who called herself Rosette are friends of ours too. But they're acting so strangely.
So this is not the way they generally behave, then?
She sheds no light on the theft of Labyrs. Or is this an
There's
incident
one
only
more
a
thing I'm
coincidence?
curious about. Have you ever heard the name Labyrs?
Labyrs? No, I don't think I've ever heard of that before. What is it?
It's the thing I'm searching for. What makes it problematic is that I know nothing of its appearance. Honestly, I'm not sure it has anything to do with this disturbance. Though I can't write it off completely as irrelevant.
Appears that there is no connection. Whoever went so far as to hijack a plane to steal Labyrs brought her all the way here. No matter how I look at it, that means something.
Anyway, thank you for your cooperation. I understand the situation better now. We should stay together going forward.
Oh, maybe the true villain behind everything? Alright, here is the ultimate crystal theory. It is Mitsuo Kubo. That bitch, you know, that bitch. It's him.
right. But Mitsuru-san could...
Definitely Mitsuo Kubo.
Like I said, you're stuck there until the tournament's over. Only winners get to go. Come on, miss. You won. So it's time to barrel forward to the next stage.
I must leave the girl alone in this strange world then, though I'm uneasy about doing so. Amagi seems to read my thoughts and smiles.
Thank you, but I'll be all right.
Aww.
I fought shadows for an entire year too. I can protect myself.
I see. In that case, I'll press on and do my best to rescue your friends.
If you see them, please tell them I'm all right and they shouldn't worry about me. You be careful too, Mitsuru-san.
Magi smiles resolutely. She's a very strong girl.
All right, I'll pass that along.
I nod, acknowledging her wishes. My God! There's so
tamper
many
with our
typos
minds,
in this
they
game!
prevent us from leaving until the tournament is settled. It may not necessarily ruin friendships, but
They did
there's
not
no way
proofread
forward than
anything.
to fight one another. What a loathsome trick. It seems the mastermind is intent on us fighting each other.
I feel like this is a good place for me to stop before we get to the next opponent. So let us... is here good? Is here good? Yeah. Okay, so we move on to the next area. I am going to stop here, I think. Yeah, we'll leave it there for today. So I think I decided, that we're not going to watch, oh wait, I lost my old one. Hold up. Bookmarks. Okay, so we're not gonna watch all of them on stream, but the ones that I mainly want to watch. So, let's see. Whenever I continue this on Thursday, or I might not continue this Thursday, it might be until next Tuesday, because Thursday I'm doing different things. But I want to finish Mitsuru, and I want to do Aigis for sure, Kanji for sure, and maybe Yosuke. So that would be 4 more, probably 2 more streams. Probably 2 more streams of P4 Arena. And then we'll move to Ultimax. And the rest I still will watch, but I'll watch them off stream in my own time. Like, I'll still watch them, but I just don't know if I want to watch everything on stream because I kind of want to move on with games for at least, like, stream content, you know? So, yeah, let's do Yosuke, Kanji, Aigis, Mitsuru. Boom. And I'll watch Teddy Yukiko Chie off stream. Yeah, let's do that. But anyway, I like that as like a place to leave off though, so I will go do that.